Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Very happy to have you here today. We are doing The Wizard of Oz, 85th anniversary of the movie. Of course, the original books from Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll, right? I think, isn't it? But those are well over 100 years old, aren't they? I'll have to go check the date on that. But the movie itself, generations have woken up. No, been raised on. That's the word I want. The Wizard of Oz. Of course, I saw it when I was a kid. It's also one of the very first color movies to ever come out. Did you know that, Jeff?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And someone's got an echo.
Great echo. Yeah, I know. We always got some kind of echo. And yeah, still got it.
Wait, I'll fix it. That's me. My bad. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Let me see here. The Wizard of Oz book.
Always
Let me check it
Alan.
real quick. Yeah, 1900. The first one came out. So that's 124 years for the book itself. But the movie, 85. Now, the movie was a mega hit. And like I said, it's been loved by generations. But the interesting thing is, with the Wizard of Oz, there were a bunch of books. Let me see if I can see how many there were. We had the Marvelous Land of Oz, Ozma of Oz, of course, Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz, Emerald City of Oz, Tick Tock of Oz. Let me see, how many do we have? 14.
Where's Eric? He would know this stuff like the back of his frickin'
He would. That's true. But there were a total of 14 books over a 20-year period. That's pretty cool, dude. And there were other works, people, kind of piling on the idea that came out of these books, and there's a lot more of those as well. But 14, wow, very prolific, 20-year career. John R. Neal. I thought it was. Let me see here. Oz was created by author Frank Baum. Went on to write 14 full-length Oz books. Yep, there we go. So Lewis Carroll must have been Alice in Wonderland then.
Yes. Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, that's a lot, and I know I read several of them as a kid. Because in my house, well, not my house, my grandmother's house, there was like all of them sitting on the bookshelves. I didn't read all of them though, but looking at these covers, the original covers, I'm kind of wondering if those were the original as well, because they're the same covers. They might not have been first printings, but they might have been. I mean, my grandparents were super old.
Well, that'd have been pretty cool though, wouldn't it? To have had some of those like early printings. I don't know. Hopefully they don't change the books too much as they go on. But I know when they were translated The Little Prince into English, there was the original translation into English, and then I think sometime in the 70s to 80s they decided to retranslate it, and it's just not the same at all.
Well,
so it's
they're constantly softening things and lightening things up. That's true. I don't know. These covers, I remember all these covers. So, like I said, I don't know what printing. But then my mother was the youngest of 13 children. So my grandparents were very old, and their house was full of very old stuff. And I'm not young myself, Jeff.
I'm shocked.
But there are a lot of books. I grew up with a lot of books around me. Did you guys have a lot of books to read, or was your space kind of spartan in that regard?
I mean, I love books. I think they're I think they're great. I have to admit I like the drawings in them sometimes as much as the words. I always did like graphic art and that kind of thing, and
Right.
covers and paintings and that sort of thing that were always in storybooks. But yeah, the stories are great. And I liked writing and stuff too. So it's not like it's well, I mean, of course we all read some comics, but yeah, all kinds of storybooks are great.
I used to read.
Yeah. No, I don't get to.
I mean, I grew up on Tolkien.
Oh yeah.
But and then horror after that. But yeah. don't
You're
really
saying that
remember
the,
that much. I don't read anymore.
Yeah. Audiobooks are good for that. At least you can listen to something while you drive.
Oh,
I
audiobooks.
do audiobooks. Yeah, audiobooks. I do have a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I spent a lot of time reading as a kid, and my mother, like all mothers of the '80s, told me to get the hell out of the house. We weren't allowed to sit inside like kids these days. We had to go out and play, which I did do. But I also built myself a tree fort. Everybody who built a tree fort, raise your hand. Hands in the air. Come on.
No.
You in the back.
My
There you go.
friends had one. My friends had a whole tree house built. It was pretty epic.
Now, mine had walls and a roof, and one of my uncles who lived down the road from us came and checked to make sure he was an amazing woodworker, to make sure it was, stable.
Right.
I know he did add a couple of things, but not so much. So I did an okay job for a little kid, I guess. But he did come and stabilize it. The thing about mine was, because my mom was always kicking me out of the house because I wasn't allowed to stay in the house, I had a lot of books in my treehouse.
Oh, nice.
That's
Did
why
your
I went
uncle
outside.
help you? Or
There's
What
a lot
was
of
that?
books in this house.
That's right. That's right. What was that, Amy?
did your uncle help you install a little bookshelf into your treehouse, or did you just have stacks of books?
I put the bookshelves in, but
Oh,
like I said,
nice.
he came and just inspected it because my dad at that time was, killing people somewhere in the world.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
sorry about
he's
that.
a soldier. What do you want?
Yeah,
But my uncle Dave came in and checked it over, and he did add a few things. I mean, like I said,
Okay.
he's a professional, so it
All
was
right.
stable. But no, I put all the shelves in, a little table, and I had my little chair and all that kind of stuff. And there were
That's
no
awesome.
girls allowed. That's for damn sure.
It's just books.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you have like a pet, like a dog or cat or something that was ever up there with you?
No, my mother always had cats, but I never really was a big fan of cats. Um,
Mm.
I found out I like dogs though. I had a dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
recently. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Of course, like I said, at my grandparents' house, there were lots of books over there. The what was the Narnia series? There was those over there. They had
Narnia
Wizard
series.
of Oz. They had a lot of the old stuff. And like I said, being as old as my grandparents were, they were, old. They were the original versions. Of course, as a kid, you don't
That's
really
so
know or care
cool.
about that whatsoever. I do have some pictures here that regarding the movie, though, which is what we're celebrating today. Of course,
So
with
it's the
the
anniversary
movie.
of the movie rather than the book?
Yes. Oh, what am I doing? That's not what I want. We'll bring this up here. There we go. Yeah, we are doing the movie, but of course we can do the book. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
the 85th anniversary is for the movie itself. Now, of course, I have this up here from the movie, and these are iconic characters all over the world. Everyone knows the
Oh, yeah.
Wizard of Oz,
Absolutely.
right?
Mhm.
And because the funny thing is, we keep talking about our global world, how everything is getting smaller, which is true. But it's not like it hasn't been the way for a while. I mean, back in the 19th century, some smart fella accidentally figured out you could bounce radio waves off of clouds. And, since
Okay.
then, the world actually has been pretty involved with itself. But of course, we have the main characters here: the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion. A lot of things I see these days when I see people talking about Wizard of Oz, and it calls all the wokeites that are trying to do something, and they seem to
Yeah.
want to put the Wizard of Oz in the front and center of that. We just saw the Wicked trailer, which is very woke, even though that was a very successful Broadway for 20, 30 years. That thing's been going on. But
Yeah.
the thing that they don't seem to realize, like with, Peter Pan and, many of these stories, this is a coming of age story of Dorothy. It's all about Dorothy. She's the main and center character. Everyone else is a side character, right?
Right. They're on her adventure with her.
Well, they're almost like her id, right? Because we don't know that Oz is actually a real place, at least from the movie's point of view, right?
Isn't it supposed to be about the banks?
Might well be. I know some of the later books I read, they weren't making it seem like it was just some bump on the head dream. It was real. So,
Yeah.
but the
in the
movie
book,
made it feel that way, right?
the movie was like a dream.
Yeah,
All her friends were there.
that's right, and they were all people that were in her life. But like I said, the whole story is about Dorothy because she was kind of a bratty little girl, and from the sensibility of that time, right? And she learned to be a nicer person, right? But of course, we have the Wicked Witch, iconic character, and her dog-hating self. Poor dogs.
Oh yeah.
She did hate the
Poor
dogs.
little dog.
Yeah,
She
and of
did
course,
have a poor little
the
dog, though.
the actual breakout stars of the movie, you know, the
The
Lollipop
Lollipop
Guild.
Maybe she ate dogs.
Maybe she did. Maybe she did. But of course, she's a
Well,
hero
yeah.
now in the new movie. She's not the Wicked Witch of the West who's just evil because that's what you need for your story. No, no, no. She's
Oh,
misunderstood
in the,
and
how
controlled by the
misunderstood
man.
can you be? If you're threatening to kick somebody's little dog too.
That's true.
What?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
So I guess Toto did bite the person.
Chester,
that
if you
the
meet me in
Wicked
LA,
Witch
I'm the one in the middle.
okay, no problem, dude. You're the one with the best attitude. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I did want to talk a little bit about through the series of things that are missing, and I'll do that whilst we get into it. But I'll start with one here. The Scoodlers we don't see in the movie. And it might be because they are downright nasty. These creepy flesh eaters are made out of all sorts of mixed up artificial body parts. Plus, their heads can be spun around and detached. They obsessed over cooking and devouring strangers in soup. Not even the love magnet, a magic artifact that pacifies everyone, can stop the Scoodlers. They just love it. Love you in their cooking pots. Now, the old stories were dark.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty wacky monsters.
They are.
Yikes.
But anyway, Jeff, we're going to get them going, and I'll continue talking about the strange characters that didn't make it in the movie and the obvious reasons they weren't there that you could draw. Anyway. Wow. Jeff's having an off day. Claps for Jeff.
I wonder if we throw in random incorrect Wizard of Oz facts, it will summon Eric.
Yeah, right. Hopefully it
He's
will.
on his way back. Maybe he said he might come in, might not. Depends what time he gets back.
Sure.
Oh,
But of course, you guys know the show. We're doing 2 hours here with the Wizard of Oz. It is the 85th anniversary of the movie, but they can do whatever they want, involving, of course, Oz. And be interesting to see. It's strange. I don't think we've ever done this topic before, and I can't believe it. But
I know, right?
but here we are. So it's about time.
We've done the Zombieful World of Oz before.
There's so many Oz books out that maybe we didn't have to think about it.
Maybe that's true. And of course, from the original, there are 14 of those. So, and they're full-on books too. And they're pretty scary. I remember they were scary. But when I was a kid, there was a lot of things that were scary. When I was a kid, the Little Red Riding Hood was eaten by the wolf. I mean, it's not that way now.
No.
But she screwed
He
up.
wasn't misgendered by the wolf?
No, she was 8. And then, of course, the woodsman, who shows up in so many of those tales, all the way back to Aesop's. It's weird how that woodsman, I could get into a dissertation of who the woodman is, but I won't do that because I get yelled at when I do that.
Well, there's no
So the wolf isn't trans for dressing up like grandma?
No, well, maybe that's true. We had a different word back in those days. They were called transvestites. No, actually, back when this came out, there was probably a different word. I should look that up. I bet you there was a different term for it back in the 19th century. I bet you there was. But nevertheless, we're not, we're just enjoying The Wizard of Oz and the great storytelling of it. Of course, you guys please draw along. We'd love to see your Wizard of Oz takes, and there are some cool things. While these guys get set up and do their stuff, though, Jeff, I'm going to go over here and take a look at some more weird creatures that are from the books that didn't show up in the movie, right? Now, these Scoodlers are pretty brutal things, and they're literally cannibalistic doll parts. Wow. That's horrific. Yeah. We have, now she was in The Return, though. I remember this. Princess Mombi Languidir takes the idea of sacrificing for fashion to the next level by removing her cranium and replacing it with those she dreams more beautiful. She takes the other heads of by force, even keeping little girls, so that they might someday provide options. So she steals people's heads. When Langdewar sleeps, she goes headless entirely. The princess is even more terrifying in film, changing her name to Mombi and chasing Dorothy through a hallway of shrieking skulls. Now, the Return to Oz movie is actually, I love that movie when I was a kid, much more than The Wizard of Oz. But that is a dark trip. Have you guys ever seen that movie, The Return to Oz?
No.
A long time
Okay.
ago.
It's creepy.
The thing is creepy dark.
Those
man.
wheeled guys were always
The
like
wheelers.
nightmare fuel.
Yeah. No, and of course that's the way the books were, though. They are a child fantasy, but they're kind of a horror, dude. I mean, the things going on, they're pretty brutal.
Because it follows the book.
Unfortunately, you're breaking up because I love your
Yeah, right.
banter,
You're
you
breaking
witty
up
banter.
real bad.
Yeah, it's a shame because I always appreciate his banter. Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Well, Narnia, the last
Yeah.
book of Narnia
Mhm.
dealt
Yeah.
with Cash, which was a demon, a vulture-headed demon.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, kids' books can be kind of grim.
They can be, and what's wrong with that? What's wrong with kids having a dose of reality? And a lot of these things are anecdotes to teach kids anyway, so they were pretty dark. Like Little Red Riding Hood was basically do what your parents tell you to do.
Well, I mean, what was it that Little Red Riding Hood didn't do? She was taking treats to go see her grandma, right, who was sick, and then the wolf kidnapped her grandma and then ate Little Red Riding Hood. What did?
And I think the wolf ate the grandma too.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
did.
did
She
great.
ate them both. Yeah.
So,
No,
isn't
what
that
the moral of the story is that mom said take this sick food soup or
Uh-huh.
something like that to your grandmother
Grandma.
and go directly. Do not stop. Do not leave
Mhm.
the trail, and come directly back. And Little Red Riding Hood did none of those things. She went dancing around, playing, goofing off, went into the forest, and of course, therefore, the wolf saw her and became interested in her, and that's what caused the death of her and her grandmother. So the whole point is do as your parents tell you to do, and stay out of the woods. But like every story's about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, definitely stay out of the woods. But in that case, the mom did tell her to go through the
Yeah,
woods.
very clearly told her to stay on the path and do so quickly, and she
Oh,
didn't
really?
listen. Yeah.
Okay, so it was like a path that didn't even go into the woods. It was like in and around the woods, and she just went, "I'm going to go run into the woods anyway, and go play. And then when I'm done running and playing in the woods, then I'm going to go visit Grandma."
Well, we have a song.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lyrics. Over the wherever in the house we go. I can't remember the words. Anybody can remember the words?
I mean, I remember over the river
Yeah, I know what you're
and
talking
through-
about.
Through the woods, to grandmother's house we go.
And
Some
the
things
whole,
have been snow.
It's all about Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah.
That's it.
But anyway, I mean, so
Little Red Riding Hood.
that's a good one too, though. I like that one too. Yeah. But I mean, the stories were scary. They were meant to. A lot of them were anecdotes to teach kids, right? A lot of them.
Yeah.
So,
The Boy Who Cries Wolf. That's
Yeah,
still
that's a good
good.
one.
Mm-hmm.
boy or girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Hungry Tiger. Oh yeah, I remember this one. The Hungry Tiger is one of Oz's many talking animals. That's true. There are a lot of those. He strikes up a close friendship with the Cowardly Lion. It would almost be heartwarming if the tiger wasn't always talking about how badly he wants to eat babies. Seriously. He goes on
Whoa.
for ages about crushing one between his jaws. The tiger claims his consciousness won't let him eat the innocent infants, but his intestines' desire is difficult to swallow. I get that. That's a literary joke.
Timberlake?
Is a tiger a Clinton?
Yes. Yes, either one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know the weird thing with the Clintons and that island that shan't be named is that the accusations are way harsher against the lady Clinton than the dude Clinton.
Hmm.
I
Because for
believe
him,
it.
he just diddling young ones, which is pretty bad. But hers involves murder, cannibalism. There's a lot of dark rumors around her regarding that island.
Yeesh.
Hillary
weird.
Clinton ate human flesh?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. It's creepy. Now, they're just rumors. We don't know if anything's true at all. Clinton could be just a wonderful dude that didn't do nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice thought.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing bad ever actually happened. That
Ever
would be fantastic.
in the history of humanity. even.
Everything was just okay.
Yeah.
Do you really believe that, though?
No, I don't. But
Oh, not
we're
really.
talking about hungry tigers right now who talk. So let's continue on with our fantasies. The Rack. Now this right here, I don't know that I remember. Maybe I do. In TikTok of Oz, a group of soldiers encounters a creepy bat-winged monster known as the Rack. Okay. The Rack is only half visible, though, because its body is a furnace that sends out massive clouds of black smoke. In the dark, people can see the creature's massive burning eyes. The Rack also takes great pleasure in crushing soldiers and talking about eating them. A lot of cannibalism here, Bomb. I don't know what you're doing.
Sounds like a Balrog.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You shall not pass.
Maybe
Actually, I
don't
do
eat
recall
them.
in the book there was a much
a
longer
Balrog.
conversation.
Well, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, when did that? It was at the bridge where
Yeah.
I think
It's a
There's like
three
a-
books of long conversation.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of conversation. Yeah, he has a long.
No, yeah, there was. Well,
That's
I
why
think
they
it took
fail.
much longer. I think it took much longer, but I don't believe the conversation was that.
no,
was
there was a
that- was that long.
conversation. Gandalf giving a speech to the Balrog.
Yeah, and they
in-
they did at least part of that.
Yeah, you shall not pass.
Flame.
But
That's what it
I
sounds
seem to recall. Anyway, the Phanphasms. It's an interesting little twist there. In Oz, almost every villain wants riches, magic, or dominion over the whole land, of course, as you would. But the Phanphasms from the Emerald City of Oz wish to harm the innocent and end happiness altogether. Well, that's a goal.
Why?
The-
Awful.
because I mean, but the themes in the book are very, very simple. Therefore, child, right? The shape-shifting.
So they're just a
spirits-
horde of ex-wives?
Okay. Live atop a volcano and subject all their visitors to torment. Ooh. Whew.
Maybe
When the
they just
Nom King
knew.
tries to recruit them as allies, the Phanphasms only agree so they can end Oz when the Noms and then the entire world. All right. All
I
right.
don't think he wants them as allies. I think he
No.
probably just leaves them on the mountain.
Well, it's kind of like having Antifa as allies. They literally want to
Yeah.
see the world burn. Probably not the best take.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
not a great choice on your part.
Now we did see the Noms or the Gnomes in, of course, Return to Oz. They did exist in there, but I'll come back to them after. Let's go back and see how everyone's art is coming along. So I'm assuming everyone here has seen the movie, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Not
Even the
for
black
a
one.
very long time.
Sure, not for a very long time. Like I said, it's generational worldwide of that movie. It's pretty impressive. I'll start my question with Jeff as I go and take a look at the art here. Now,
What?
my question, Jeff, is either from the movies or the books, if you read them, who is your favorite character?
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Fair enough. No, it's a good choice.
West Side.
Actually, I take that back. Maybe Oz.
Oz
Man
is
Behind the
interesting.
Curtain.
Yeah. Now, there was another movie that came out, I think, just called Oz. There's actually many movies and TV shows, but there was one that had that actor who, he tries so hard, but he never quite gets there. What's his name?
Franco, and that movie
The
sucked.
guy that always looks dirty.
Yeah, he does always look dirty, doesn't he? His name is DeFranco?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Harry Osborn.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he's always trying.
James Franco.
well.
Just James Franco.
James Franco, yeah.
James Franco, yeah. I mean, I don't have any angst against the dude. I mean, he really wants to do good. He just isn't capable of it.
Exactly.
So I mean, the effort's there.
Probably one of the probably one of the more interesting characters, but probably also the most human.
Well, yeah, he definitely is. But that movie, unfortunately, was not good.
Which one
wasn't.
was that?
Ignore the man behind the
Great
count.
and Powerful.
Oz the Great and Powerful. Yeah, it was pretty though.
Oh.
I'll give it that. It was pretty.
Okay, well, pretty
Yeah.
something.
But like I said,
I think Raimi directed it too, which is just a
with Sam Raimi. Really?
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't know that. I know I watched it with my family, and everybody just my kids left the room after about 40 minutes, I think.
Oh my gosh, that good?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. You know, the interesting thing, I showed my kids the original Star Wars when they were young, of course, in the theaters when they had the redos in the 90s, and they were too young to remember. So more recently, when they were like junior high school kids, I showed them again. They loved all three of the original. They sat and enjoyed it, and then on the next night, I put in the prequels. They lasted about 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they left. I mean, that
What
right
about the
there-
sequels?
I would choose the prequels over the sequels any day, though.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
not-
imagine. Yeah,
Not the original sequels, though, but the J.J. Abrams sequel.
Yeah, no, we got you.
crap.
Yeah, no, they're not
Yeah.
good at all, Jason. That's true. But
I think anything after 1983. So
The Ewok movies were like 85, and they were great.
yeah, there were a couple good ones. We're not talking about the holiday special. People, calm down.
Oh man.
But
George
actually, they
Lucas'
were
Star
fun.
Wars.
Yeah. They were good for kids, which was the initial intent with Star Wars anyway, wasn't it? But all right, Jeff. So
How dare you?
going with the Wicked Witch of the West. Now,
Yes.
we have the Wicked Witch of the East, which was killed under a house,
We
so
don't know much
illegally,
about her.
right? The Good Witch of the North, Glinda, she shows up in the stories, of course. And what does anyone know anything about the Witch of the South?
I think she
loves fried chicken.
I don't know. Does she show up in any of the books?
she manages the Bojangles.
I don't recall. But I do remember asking this question before and Eric having an answer. But he's not here.
Hang on. I looked it up.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
She's a good witch,
Mhm,
yeah, I would think so.
apparently.
And
Singra was the Wicked Witch of the Wicked Witch of the South, cousin of the Wicked Witches of the East and the West, and at some point saved a water nymph's life. And in exchange, the nymph made her impervious to water, which killed her cousin. She was defeated by Glinda and put into a 100-year sleep, with a 100-year alarm clock to wake her at the end of time. When she awakened, she used her magic snuff box, her most common magic tool.
oh wow.
To discover what had become of her cousins. When she found out that they had both been killed by Dorothy Gale, she set out for revenge. She infiltrated Glinda's palace to steal the magical equipment, imprisoned the Scarecrow there, and made her way to the Emerald City, where she mistakenly enchanted Trot instead of Dorothy. Trot was turned into a piece of green cheese,
Oh,
and Dorothy and Percy set out to pursue.
oh, I see.
So
There
it's
you go.
basically John Wick.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
John Wick. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm back.
Oh, Glinda's outnumbered, huh?
Man.
Yeah.
So there's only one good witch.
The only one, I guess. Yeah.
Baum
Ariana
only. Oh,
Grande.
hang on. Baum only mentioned a Wicked Witch of the South in passing because she was referred to as the Wicked Witch that dwelled in the hidden area of the Quadling country.
Oh, okay. We all know what that
So-
means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, houses and water. That's how you
Yeah.
get witches.
she's the best witch killer they got.
That's right. Dorothy.
Accident. Mm.
Accidental witch killer. But yeah, it's funny.
I don't reckon she did that on purpose. So it'll
No,
be
she
kind of
seemed
hard.
a bit. She seemed slightly upset about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, slightly.
I'm slightly like, oh no, oops.
Oh no, what have I done?
Yeah, no, she wasn't a good witch. She was an evil witch.
She was, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
very evil.
Wow.
Take
was literally
take the slippers. They're for you.
Oh my goodness.
I love the lady they chose to play Glinda in the movie, though, because she
Oh,
had
yeah.
this weird voice. The way she spoke, it was so bizarre. Yeah, and I don't know, was that something she just chose to do, or was that kind of the sound of people coming out of the 20s and 30s, which she would have been born. She was an older lady, right?
Well, she
Yeah.
supposed the sound supposed to kind of reflect the Munchkins, like a little,
I don't know. Yeah,
almost.
I don't know.
Yeah, it has kind of unusual quality.
I know there's a long-standing rumor that in that scene in the bat, there's a dwarf that decided to hang themselves.
I don't think that could be true.
Well, that's
Proof false.
it's a Wizard of Oz movie conspiracy. Actually, it's been around forever.
Okay.
There's a photo and everything. Yeah.
No.
Proved false because now we have HD and you can see it's just like nothing in the background.
Oh darn. Darn HD. I prefer when there's mystery.
They should have went in and doctored
No,
it
wait.
and made it look like maybe it is something.
They
Let's
were
keep the
doctored.
rumor
Later versions of the film were doctored, especially the ones that came to tape.
Oh, doctored in what way and why?
Because of the hanging midget.
They added that?
No, they took it out
Oh,
when they came to VHS.
I see.
That's what I hear. Take it with a sprinkle of internet. That's
Thank
what
you for saving the conspiracy. Good on you, dude. Elrod trying to ruin everybody's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was. We don't know.
It's smirching my dwarf brothers. Gotta stand up for them.
That's fair. That is fair. So I'm kind of going through and looking at the art here, of course. But let me go back over to the beginning here with Amy. And now, Amy, the Wicked Witch has been chosen by Jeff as his favorite. Who's your favorite character from the movie?
Oh, from the movie. Oh. Oh my gosh, they're all so good. I think the Cowardly Lion, he's pretty funny. He's kind of like endearing the whole through. A lot of good puns from like the Scarecrow too. They're all great characters.
You can only choose one, though.
But I can only choose one. Okay. Dorothy still has the best song.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
well, yeah, she does, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she became a gay icon after that, which is interesting.
What?
It's
Yeah, she
just a
did.
really beautiful song.
The gays.
Actually,
love
I think
Dorothy.
that was Judy Garland.
No, it's okay.
No, there's got to be. There's a Judy Garland connection in there. Trust me on that one.
Well, Judy Garland kept marrying gay men, so that's what.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that answers it.
That'll do it.
Well, she was.
And
Dorothy.
then she produced Liza, and all hell broke loose.
No, that's true.
And then
That
she
is
just
true.
married gay men as well.
And she did. Yeah. Well, you gotta hide their beards. Go both ways, right? But
Well, I guess it's like, you're in a theater community. That's all you're going to meet, right?
true. That is true. Yeah.
Next thing you know, San Francisco's singing cabaret at night. And,
San Francisco. It is sad when you look at the old videos of San Francisco and then modern ones.
Yeah.
Things gone to hell, man.
yeah, people weren't pooping in the streets like back then. But
Yeah.
whatever.
What? Doesn't even sound like America.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the best car chase ever in every movie, any movie ever, was in San Francisco. Bullet.
Oh yeah?
Oh,
Which
yeah.
was that?
I beg to differ.
No, I love
Gone in
that
60
car chase,
seconds?
dude. Which one are you going to? Are we going for the Apple Dumpkin Gang? I think we are.
No, I'm going for Gone in 60 Seconds, the original. The movie's crap, but the car chase, amazing.
Yeah, I still love that Steve McQueen one in Bullet, though. They're so good. It's an
There
example.
too, good car chase, terrible movie.
True, that is true. But
Like,
that car chase
nothing
is
happened
really
in that
good.
whole movie except for the car chase.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you
Man,
write
Herbie gets no.
car race, like a car chase scene? Like, how do you like? What makes those good? Is it explosions? Is it?
You do it on a scale of Dukes of Hazzard to Knight Rider,
That's right.
and in the middle you have Street Hawk.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. I don't know. In the examples you have here, you have
Need a dash of 10.
okay. You have car chases that have music applied to them, and
Okay.
those can be, if done well, can be really good. But the Bullet is an example of one where there's no music at all. It's just the sound of the engines. I don't know. I'm not a movie director, but I do know a good car chase when I see one.
There you go.
I know that in the Bond movies, the Daniel Craig ones, those car chases kind of suck. But the
They're
American,
non-existent.
yeah, well, they're just not good, dude. But the American Bond
Well, he
movies,
just instantly
Jason
crashes the
Bourne,
cars. There's no choices.
yeah. But the
He's like the
Jason,
worst common driver.
that's true, and but they're I don't know. I don't really like the Daniel Craig movies. But the Bourne Identity with Matt Damon, they have a couple of good car chases in those.
So, where would you say Rockford Files falls on that list?
Oh,
Rockford Files,
ooh.
just above Street Hawk and below Chips.
Yeah, below Chips. Yeah.
No. Rockford Files is always number one, no matter what. Because
You're leaving out Dave Starsky? Come on. The Grand
James Garner, man, come on. You don't even he just sits in the car and it looks like it's going fast. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rosa on that.
That's because he has a
I'm gonna have to go
giant
with
fin.
Rosa on that. Yeah. Actually, there were a lot of good shows that had pretty solid car chases. I mean, for all the memes of it, the A-Team had some great car chases in it.
With a van, no
Yeah.
less.
That's true. How many people pull that off?
That's impressive.
It is, yeah. That was so much fun. But I would say the pinnacle. I agree with Elrod. It is Dukes of Hazzard, though. Yeah. Down.
So then, Knight Rider, did it have really bad car chases? It's just cool that the car talked, or was it still pretty good?
That show, as an adult, I don't understand why I loved it.
Talking car.
Yeah, maybe just the talking car and the Hoffness of the Hoff. You know.
Oh well, yeah.
As a child,
Hey,
I would have never wouldn't love
Yeah,
it.
no, you're right. Yeah, it's
No,
definitely the kid.
I- Because I like fun and it goes
I wish-
talk to it. It was super awesome.
I wish he did a crossover with Matt.
Say that again.
Crossover with MASH?
Oh, that with a Mask. Remember the cartoon
Oh.
Mask?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Or a crossover with Highwayman, the classic.
Or
That was
Automan.
a live action mask. Automan is great.
Yeah, Automan was really good. That was ahead of his time, though. Yeah. And then we had Weird Science, the TV show, not the movie. They had the same name, but there was zero relation between them. I love that show, dude. That was like for me.
No,
one
it
of the
was the
first
same
one.
thing.
Well, it's like the.
Oh, you're thinking Misfits of Science. It was like
Misfits of
X-Men
Science.
for TV.
That's what I was thinking. You're correct. But I love that
Courtney
show.
Cox, and she was cute.
Yeah. You had Freezer Man. You had Electrical Man.
Yeah,
There was some girl. I don't remember what she did, but she was wicked cute. Which was her. I'm sure
Courtney
her
Cox.
reason. Who was it?
It was Courtney Cox when she was cute.
It was, dude. You're right. That's true.
She was.
Friends.
She was
Instead of shrinking black.
psychic.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, and the giant could shrink to the size of a Ken doll.
It was.
He was trying to be
believe
like-
that was Harry.
He was like the Beast. He was trying to be like normal people, but took it too far.
Let me bring.
He was trying to
think that was
reduce
the
his
same guy-
height to like normal height, and he became like 12 inches tall.
That'd be interesting. If he got back to normal, then he wouldn't be a normal height. He'd just be like really, really giant then.
Yeah, no, he was tall. He was really tall.
Like 7'4".
He was the same guy who played Harry and
Predator.
the Pre.
yeah, he's a big old tall black dude. Yeah, you got the electrical guy here in the leather jacket. You got the Courtney Cox. You had this lady, which I don't know, but she was kind of I don't know. And then I forget what
Blonde
she did.
lady.
Yeah, the blonde lady. Yeah.
She was just like worked at the lab or whatever.
What did the
Sure.
blonde dude do? I forget.
Also work at the
The
lab?
main, he was Dean Martin's son. You know,
Oh, really? I didn't know that. But what
he's
was
the guy who found all their powers. He was like the leader of the team, but
That's
he was
right.
a normal person.
He was just a normal scientist, right? You had the freezer
Mhm.
guy, which I remember him. I liked him.
He's the reason the show was canceled. Because he died.
Oh, that sucks. Sad for Dean Martin, dude. Oh, you know what? This is completely off topic, but I actually, where was I here with that? Okay, I actually watched The Iron Claw yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How was it?
boy, it was great. I was
Tell me
very-
everything.
Oh,
Tell me everything.
no, it was really well done. Everybody's acting was excellent. Everything was on point. There was no cringy moments. Zac Efron surprised me. I mean, he did a really good job, actually.
What about Ric Flair? What about Ric Flair?
The guy who
Ric
played
Flair.
Ric Flair, I don't know who he is. He does like a lot of weird woke movies, actually. But it was close. He gave a good effort to be Ric Flair. He tried.
Hasn't- I don't know why.
Well, Rick, yeah.
Why
no.
did they have Gollum play Carrie Von Erich? That's weird.
What do you say?
Why was the Golem playing Carrie Von Erich? I mean, it's nice to see him work again after all these years, but
True. Yeah, no, he was slightly out of place, and he was way too small. Most of them were. But yeah, it worked. The whole movie is from the point of view of Kevin, though.
Yeah.
The only surviving brother, actually.
He loved it, supposedly. He liked it. And if Carrie liked it, probably it's pretty good. I
No,
would think.
Kevin liked it. Yeah, Carrie's dead.
Okay.
Been dead a long time. But it's an amazing
But I
tragedy. And I'm the perfect age. I grew up with the Von Erichs, right? Like 7, 8 years old, just starting to watch wrestling, WCCW, I think, right? And I grew up with them. Loved the Von Erichs. Of course, when I was a kid, I didn't know about any of the things that happened. I didn't know that Kerry lost the foot in a motorcycle accident and then came back wrestling. So I've seen him wrestling and loved Kerry because he was the most fun one. And didn't even know he didn't have a foot. That's freaking awesome, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
and like idiots, they covered it up, which it would have made him a bigger star if they told people.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Of course, you had David, who died in Japan from an imploded intestine, which sucks. But
Yeah.
Who was the special needs one?
that was Michael.
Michael.
Yeah, but that's because there was a botched surgery and he was in a coma and his brain went bad. And he decided to kill himself instead of living. So nice. But the thing is, out of the 5 brothers, all 4 of them died. Only Kevin survived, and they died horribly. It's a sad story. A lot of times people throw drugs on top of the Von Erichs. There's only one. Carrie was the only one that had drug issues. The rest of them didn't. They just died from really ridiculous reasons.
But it didn't help that his dad told him he should kill himself either.
That's probably not. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably true. But his dad, their dad was pretty brutal. Yeah, I loved the movie though. I loved it. It's really good, and it shows you how important the Von Erichs are to wrestling history. The fact that they have a movie, right? A legitimate movie. But yeah, I'd suggest anyone to go watch it.
I actually referenced David Von Erich in my series because I wanted Texas wrestling in there. Von Erich was huge, big, and like I said, that's where I actually have a discussion about his Yellow Rose jacket and all of those things. And it's just such a big part of wrestling. That and the Funk brothers with the Texas Death Match, all that stuff.
The Rhodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all those early, TV age of wrestling. But yeah, I
Freebird.
the Freebirds, hell yeah, dude.
That's what made the Von Erich.
Well,
Oh yeah.
the guy who played Harley Race did a really good job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
It's got to be a hard movie to cast because you're not going to find people that look like those guys anymore.
yeah, that's true.
Like a Harley Race type. Like no one looks like that now.
They found a dude real close, dude. I appreciated it. Bruiser Brody looked really good. They had Chavo Guerrero Jr. playing. He was in charge of all the choreography for the movie, but he also played the Sheik. And they made sure the camera shot was at a distance, so we couldn't really see it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a great fun movie. If you were like me and as a kid and you grew up with wrestling, particularly the Von Erichs, you'll appreciate the hell out of it. And the interesting thing about it that I didn't know, because Kevin was always there, and of course he's the only surviving member, but he was never the most interesting, right? It was either it was always Kerry or David, right? And but one thing that was surprising to me was how just kind of a gentle country gentleman that Kevin was.
Yeah. So sweet.
No, yeah, he was. He was a very sweet, man, which I didn't expect. But because like I said, because I was a kid, I didn't know about any of the chaos that was going on in their lives. I was just a kid watching it on TV, and I loved the Van Erichs, the Claw, man. It's like, oh, we used to do that to each other when we were kids.
Oh, I can't do it, but it's nice. It's fun to watch.
Did anybody else here do the Claw to your friends?
I feel
I was a WWE kid, so
No. But
No Baron von Raschke.
when you know you're a good friend, when you're trying to squeeze their brain out with your fingers.
that's right. You're gonna
Or their
do it.
intestines.
That sounds like something kids would do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was fun.
Do it for the children.
I learned the claw from Temple of Doom.
Yep. Malo Ram was the master of the claw.
Yeah, and a little bit different type of claw, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Oh, it's perfected. Like he did it right.
He did. He cheated though, magic and all, right?
You'd say magic. I'd say skill.
Oh, all right. But let's see. I was asking questions, so let me continue. And the next person in line is Elrod. So Elrod, you're gonna have to tell us your favorite Wizard of Oz character.
Nicolas Cage. Sailor.
What? Explain yourself, sir.
Well, snakeskin jacket, baby. Sign of my individuality and belief in personal freedom.
Yeah, well, I vote Nick Cage on most
Wild at
anything.
Heart. Wild at Heart was a remake of Wizard of Oz.
No, was it?
Yeah.
What?
It even
Real-
has Glinda the Good Witch.
would have
Laura
never-
Palmer plays Glinda.
I would have never put that in. That's fine.
Well, I didn't know that. Are you being serious?
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Wild at Heart. Technically, we could do Wild at Heart. Is that what you're saying?
I guess. I
remember that movie. Didn't it just have loads of close-ups of people smoking? I'm sure I remember that.
Yeah. Let's blow it out.
Yeah, I remember watching that when I was younger. It just made me want to smoke the entire movie.
Isn't there like a decapitated head and smooch or something? It's like,
Oh, then maybe.
Probably.
There's
It
so
is
many
a weird
movies, though.
movie. It is a weird movie. Perfect for Nick Cage, of course.
Six String Samurai is another remake of Wizard of Oz.
really?
Yep.
For real?
Now I can believe that though. I remember that movie, watching it with my kids. It was actually fun.
Yeah. No, my favorite, of course, because I'm a boy, it's the Tin Man.
Yeah, no, that's my answer too. Yeah, I know a lot of people choose the Scarecrow, and I get it, but it's the Tin
Tin
Man.
Man's great.
Ah, Dorothy. Dorothy.
That's how I know I have a heart, because it's breaking.
That's right.
Those robots.
Yeah. No, he
Where's
was
my
great.
old kind, Dorothy?
Now there was a Sci-Fi Channel TV series about Oz. They adapted it, of course, and the Tin Man was a cop. Yeah,
Okay.
I really kind of like that, even though it's Sci-Fi Channel. I actually like that show quite a bit. I thought it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
It had potential.
it did. Yeah, but it just
So-
unfortunately was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and that's the problem.
Yeah. And it wasn't even theirs. It was just some Canadian show they picked up and
Whoa.
had already been canceled.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I remember back when the Science Channel came online, and then they changed it to Sci-Fi, and I was like, "That's stupid."
Yeah.
So
Then they changed it to CP or whatever it was called. At the
Yeah,
end.
right. CFI, they changed it again. That's true. Yeah.
now nobody knows what it is.
Well, what it is low budget attempts.
Okay.
Yeah.
An attempt was made.
That's about right. Attempts were made.
It's like the Hallmark Channel for nerds.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
But if it wasn't for Sci-Fi Channel, we wouldn't have the wonders that is Asylum Pictures, right?
Dude, that's right. And I watched an Asylum film last night.
Ah.
Yes, I
Was it
did.
good?
I was waiting to go do the dynamite, and because I always get up kind of early, and I watched Meth Gator. Cocaine Bear, Meth Gator. Yeah. It was spectacularly awful. It was wonderfully awful.
All right.
Yeah, I loved it. But yeah, Asylum, baby.
Well, then something good came of it all. That's nice.
Oh, their whole shtick is to take movies that come out and make a parody ripoff of them cheaply. I mean, cheaply.
So even
Like Troma.
Problem is, they're in on the joke. That kind of.
Yeah, but it is an in on the joke. You're right. Troma was higher quality though.
Well, because
not
that was
all the
people
time,
trying to
but-
make movies. That was different.
Yeah, that's true. They were trying to make movies, and that's where James
Like
Gunn comes
Asylum
from.
started that way, but then it turned into like after Sharknado, it's like wink, wink. We know we're trying to make a bad movie, and that's just
true.
not the same.
That's true. Yeah, and this Meth Gator was definitely wink, wink. But I give him credit. The CG alligator in the movie was 20% cool.
all right.
Ooh, that's a lot of cool.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
How much of it was funny?
Also
or-
known as mock.
Sorry, what were you trying to say, Amy?
Oh, so if it's 20% cool, it was like 30% hokey or like 20% fun or
Well, it would be 80% awful.
80% awful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
The rest of
20%,
it,
there were a
huh?
couple moments, especially when it was running at like a bunny rabbit. That was awesome.
What?
Yeah.
A running gator. All right, let's go with that.
Bunny running gator. He got to eat a lot of people, though. He was a happy Meth Gator. The good thing that the joke that they made in the movie that I applauded was, of course, in Cocaine Bear, which is a horrible movie, but it's so bad it's good type of film. That's the point, right? In reality, if a bear ate a kilo of cocaine, it would die, just like any other living thing, right? And in this movie, it's a gator eating meth, same thing. But at least they mentioned the thing should be dead. It should be OD'd. It's got to OD. I mean, it ate 8 kilos of meth. It's going to die. It didn't die. And, of course, these movies have no scientific logic. But at least they had the wherewithal to mention it.
They hung a lampshade on it.
They
right?
did. They did. That's exactly what they did. Yeah.
It didn't eventually work into. I mean, is it a spoiler if you ask? Did it just eventually like burn out, or did somebody catch it?
Well, it's an asylum film, so
He
there
got
are no
really
spoilers.
skinny and lost his tooth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's true. He did lose a tooth, dude, and they made a comment to that actually. Funny, but no, of course the monster never dies in an asylum movie. You always need a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He just escapes into the swamp or
Well,
something.
at least they shot an RPG down its throat, didn't kill it, didn't even damage it.
Wait, what?
And then they blew it up with the fireworks and didn't show us a body. And then at the end, there's a, so
Wait a minute. Okay, so this is like a magic gator. That's why
it is
it
a magic
didn't.
gator. Yeah, meth is a magical thing, kids.
Yeah,
I've
no,
seen-
I don't think that's a great,
No.
no, that's not a great moral of your story.
Well, that's the moral of that story. But yeah, it was horrible. Properly, it had a oh, what's that family? There's a bunch of brothers, and one of them's awful and murdered someone with a gun on set. What's that family's name?
Oh, the Baldwin.
Oh, the Baldwins. Yeah, it's got the discount cheap Baldwin, which you hardly see in it.
No,
That's like 3 of them. Which one?
The
Billy?
one the totally
The fat
uncool
one?
one who can't act and is the bonus Baldwin.
The one that looks
Bill,
like an
not-
inbred?
Yeah, you need to be a little more specific
I
on
think
that
his
one.
name is David. You have the older brother who actually is a pretty solid actor. You have the maybe the youngest brother. I'm not sure where he sits, but he was in the movie with James Woods, Carpenter's Vampires. You have that one.
That's
and
the
then,
fat one.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the-
that's
that's the
Stephen
chunky
Baldwin.
and then you have the other David Baldwin, and he's really not good at it at all. But he
It's
just
Steven, the one from
Biodome.
I don't know.
The one that
Uh,
looks like he's the leftover DNA.
Oh, maybe. But he's not good. It's like Frank Stallone.
What?
Bad actor, great singer, Frank
Yeah.
Stallone.
Frank Stallone. Yeah,
He's kind of a nut too.
he is. Yeah, he's in
No,
a lot
David-
of bad B Filipino movies. Yeah.
David Baldwin was in Crocodile Dundee, so I don't think that's the guy. Let me look this up.
Yeah, just
So
look it up.
then-
Meth Gator. It was the bonus Baldwin.
Well, if he was in Crocodile Dundee, then he probably has previous experience with gators, so they hired him for the movie.
No, actually, the bonus Baldwin was in a different movie, Asylum movie. I'm sorry,
Oh.
I'm wrong. Yeah,
Is
there
it
was-
called Attack? Is it called Attack of the Meth Gator?
Well, if you go and try to find it online, it's called Attack of the Meth Gator. But when you look at the movie, it actually just says Meth Gator. Yeah.
I'm
And
not
it-
seeing a Baldwin in there.
No, I just acknowledge my incorrectness. Yeah. I was thinking of that 50 Shades of Grey knockoff from Asylum.
what? 40 Shades of Future.
I forget what they called it, but I didn't watch it. I just saw a review on it on the Good Bad Flicks. Good Bad Flicks. I like that show.
No.
Daniel Baldwin is the.
Daniel.
It's not David, it's
Oh.
Daniel. There you go. Yeah. But the one that was in Carpenter's Vampires movie, he's actually okay.
That's
Yeah,
Daniel.
that's Steven.
That's Steven, yeah.
Oh
That's
no,
Daniel.
that's Daniel. He's right.
It is. So he's the one that's okay. So
Steven's
the one,
the inbred looking one from.
the inbred looking one. All right, so that
Biodome.
was Steven then. All right, fine. We figured it out. The Baldwin incestual line. Nice.
There you go.
And,
Mystery solved.
and which one's the boss that can actually act?
Boss baby one?
I don't know. He's the one.
Boss Baby.
He can actually act. Something Baldwin. What's his name?
And he can shoot people.
Adam Baldwin.
Adam.
Adam Baldwin, no relation of DC Cab fame.
Well, he's also in Serenity.
Never heard of it.
What?
Firefly, yeah.
Firefly. Yeah.
Firefly
Never heard
Serenity.
of it.
But the guy who's in trouble for the Rust movie and shooting the girl,
Alex.
It's Alec.
Alec, thank you, Alec. Yeah, he actually can act. He's
The
a
Shadow.
jackass,
Yeah, but he usually, you beat me to it.
The Ronin movie with Robert De Niro has a great car chase, says Maple Chic. You are correct.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
yeah. People like to say that.
No, I didn't mind that car chase. That was pretty good. There's lots of great little car chases. Actually, the remake of the Italian Job, which once again Matt Damon and a little mini. That's not a bad little car chase either,
Matt Damon.
isn't it? Matt Damon, or was that
No,
Mark
it was.
Wahlberg?
Yeah,
Matt
the
Damon.
super Catholic Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. But the car chase in the remake wasn't bad at all.
What? What?
You're not
Matt
hating
Damon.
on Mark Wahlberg, Philadelphia's #1 boy, are you?
What? You mean
Good.
Boston? What?
What was this?
You ever seen The Big Hit? I love that one. That's funny. Lou Diamond Phillips is perfectly awful in it. It's great.
What's the one where he says, "What?
Oh, any
What?"
of them. He's always he's always
That's the
speaking
one about the
softly.
killer wind.
Yeah.
The killer wind one.
Oh, the
What?
frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Happening.
What?
The Happening. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a horrible movie. Although I did see Four Brothers. That's a pretty solid movie, dude.
Four Brothers.
Yeah, that's a pretty
Boogie
good
Nights.
movie.
I want a name. I need a name that's so cool, like cuts glass.
Dirk Diggler.
I think we could do that.
You don't want to watch that movie.
Okay.
It's-
Yeah, you really don't want to watch.
It's way overhyped. Super overhyped, that movie. It's not very interesting at all. The only cool thing it is, who's that lady, that smoking hot MILF? What's her name?
Oh,
John C. Riley?
I want to see Rachel Adams, but that's not it.
That was inappropriate, Elrod, just so you know.
You mean Agent Starling?
I
Agent
can't-
Starling.
Agent Starling in the second movie, yeah, not the original.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
There you go.
That's the only thing worthy in that movie at all is her absolute dripping hotness. I didn't know women could actually fake looking that hot anymore. I didn't know it was possible.
Good for her.
Yeah, no, good for her. I mean, she's just an actor selling it, but she,
Oh, okay. Then that's good acting.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she did sell that really well. Very, very
They're-
sexy lady. Well, we get a lot of women on movies, and it doesn't matter the rating. You know, you can have PG movie and have it. But they try to sell the sexy, and boy, do they drop the ball. I mean, these
Yeah,
days.
That's acting. There have been women who have been sort of mediocre at best, as far as that, just mid as far as looks.
It is
Like
a
if they're
problem.
walking.
Yeah.
But if you see them and they're acting, there are women who can act. That they actually
Sure.
it becomes a sensual thing, and
Oh, yeah.
that's it. 90 is the way that they put it out there, and so yeah, that's actual real acting.
Yeah, no, and we just don't get much of it anymore. It's like proper action females. I mean, we don't get any anymore. Like Emily Blunt is the last lady I've seen do an action flick that was believable. She sold it. Now, of course, you
Yeah.
look at Emily Blunt; she's not going to kick anyone's ass, right? But I mean, she sold it really well, though.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, she's just a good all-around actor. She's done
Yeah, I
a
like
ton
Emily.
of different movies,
Yeah,
and she's good at it.
she is. Yeah, she is. But yeah, you don't see many. You see a lot of girls trying to be sexy, but they don't sell it these days. Who was that girl that was in Black Snake Moan with Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh, Moonface Applesong.
That sounds probably right, actually. She inadvertently came off that way, even though she was just supposed to be this dirty white trash, junkie trash in the movie. But she had this quality about her that was that's why they cast her.
Christina Ricci.
I don't know what her name was, but it was good casting, though. She looked like this.
Yes, Christina
sleazy,
Ricci.
sluttish junkie. It was really
She's another one. It's a really good. I've seen her in like a lot of different stuff. She's got quite an acting range.
Yeah, no, she did a good job in that movie. And of course, she is working off Sam Jackson, and if it's the right movie, Sam can be quite good, right?
Yep. She was. I want to say she was in that werewolf flick, Cursed or something like that.
A
Mhm.
good werewolf.
Oh, the one that was from the guy who did the the Scream series, yeah.
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 I love that movie. I can't find it much anymore.
Yeah, it's
Really?
not. It's obviously missing a couple of points, but overall, it is fun. Yeah.
I feel like if it's a werewolf movie, it should probably be kind of fun because it's kind of a
Yeah.
fun concept, I guess, or a whimsical one at least. So
It
it
is.
kind of seems you can't take it too seriously.
Well, you can, but it's hard to pull it off. I'd say probably the best
That's a
one
good
is the
point.
British Dog Soldier.
Dog Soldiers. Yeah, that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
was amazing.
And Howl was also really good too.
Howl
That
was
was also
great.
Yeah.
Where
I was gonna say
what
Howling,
was that,
but
French? I think Where was French, but that was good
Uh,
too.
Pac de Lupin or something like that.
No, that's a different movie, and that was fun too. But no, I'm talking about a movie called Where, W-E-R, Where. I think it's French. But that was excellent. Yeah, but no,
So I
Dog
guess we could try
Soldiers has got to be one of the best, if not the best, werewolf movie of all time.
Do you think how do you think it stands up as like a film by itself? Like, do you think outside
Oh,
of
it's
the werewolf?
just great.
Solid. Yeah, it's good. It's just
Yeah.
a good film. It just happens to be about werewolves. It's pretty solid. And you know, we get
It's
some
very
good-
English though.
It is, but we get
It's
some good
very
movies
English.
out of the British occasionally. I mean, they do put out some good stuff. And it was pretty.
Occasionally.
Okay, well, I'd say you guys kill on the TV more than you do in the movie. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I don't know, man. I still love a lot of those Hammer movies.
Oh, so do I. But I was talking about recently, right? But yeah, the Hammer films. You had the Quartermain film series. I love those.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Well,
You had that wonderful Sherlock Holmes run. During the 90s, I guess?
I don't know. There's been so many Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
films.
but this is the best one, though. I can't remember that guy's name, but he was perfect. It was perfect.
Jeremy Brett.
Jeremy Brett. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
really
so
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Henry VIII? Did he not do that?
What do you say, Rosa?
What's that?
Is it Jeremy Brown? Did he do Henry VIII? Was he the one? Or excuse me, not Henry VIII. Henry V. I'm trying to remember if he did Shakespeare. There was one where he does Henry's speech, and I think it was Brown that did it, and it was fantastic.
Well, Henry
Absolutely.
VIII and Henry V are very different
That's right.
films.
The fifth. I messed it up.
I know what you're talking. Is it King's Speech? Is that what you're talking about, Rosa?
Yeah, the one where
Yeah.
it's this is the day, and
On
you know-
Crispin Day, St. Christmas Day. That's Henry
Yeah.
V.
Yeah, no, that's Henry V. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's a
I-
killer actor. He's really
Okay.
good actor. I'd say the British have more quality actors than the Americans, but I think it comes down to the purpose. A lot of the British actors want to be great thespians. That's their goal, right? Where in America, they mostly just want to be famous.
America, we like the opposite fact.
You know, it is what it is. But yeah, that Sherlock Holmes run was amazing. The Agatha Christie Poirot, which has been done many times too. But that little Belgian guy, was he Belgian or Greek? I think he was Greek. The little Greek
Belgian.
guy that played
The
Poirot.
character or the actor?
He's a British guy.
Was he British? But
Yeah.
that was really good.
When
That
you
was
see him
really
without the mustache, he's not even recognizable.
Yeah, no, that's true. You because I've seen the actor and he did such a wonderful job. He just embodied Poirot. Another one of those kinds that's on the same vein that I absolutely adored was Monk. Tony Shalhoub killed that character.
oh yeah.
That was very well done.
Yeah, it was really good. And I remember he came out of Wings, didn't he, Elrod?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in the little airport there in Rhode Island or Block Island.
I loved Wings. I actually loved that show. I thought it was a really well done show.
Well, the funny thing with that, Rosa, is Block Island. I think it was Block Island, or maybe it was another one. But, you know, my family actually founded Block Island, and
Ooh.
my family are the owners of Block Island, and therefore I have been to our little airport. It doesn't look
Oh.
anything like that at all.
No, I'm sorry, but can we touch you? Can we call you friends? Can we be like, I know him like that? Can we do it?
No, it's just a little teeny island. It's not important at all. But it's shown up in a few movies, though. I don't know why.
Now,
Maybe it's just the
It's
name.
literally
The fact
5
is-
by 7 miles. It's a little teeny island.
have any movies been filmed there, or is it
Yeah.
just referenced?
No, there's been several. Jaws.
Real.
The Block Island Sound, which was a really weird, creepy, bad movie.
But they actually filmed it there.
Yeah, there were a bunch of stuff that's been filmed there. I don't know why. you know. But someone in my family's making money, so cool.
Good job.
Yeah, that's where I come from. I'm an island boy.
Well,
You
I
know,
guess-
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You know, in the winter, it gets so cold that it takes an hour by ferry or just, you know, a typical trawler to get to the island, right? But
Yeah.
in the winter, it gets so cold you can drive to the island
Oh, jeez.
across
Really?
the ocean.
How-
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long does it take if you drive?
Less, like 50 minutes or so. But you can't go super fast. I mean, it is ice and all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 45 minutes, something like that. But
Well, I guess you couldn't take the ferry if it's frozen, right?
you can't. Yeah. No, all the shipping and everything shuts down in the winter because you can't go out. I always thought that was weird as a kid because it's ocean. It's so deep around that island. That's why they shot a lot of Jaws around that and stuff.
Bird stuff.
But it's but the ice gets thick enough we will take cars and trucks on it, no problem.
Sure, why not? I guess that's how. I mean,
like
I guess you gotta be able to do something, or you couldn't live there. Do you like leave during the winter? Or do you still live there, even though
No,
guess it's
they
not-
live there.
they live there? Okay, you just drive to your island instead of boat.
Sure, but I mean they're island people. Island people have very different sensibilities than mainlanders.
I guess that's true.
What's the biggest one?
Self-reliance and preparedness.
Okay,
Especially the
You're not
Cannibal Hill people.
Well, then we say we don't mention those ones.
Oh,
But no, I mean they can and jam everything. They make their own candles. They do everything. They're old school, right? And I'm actually happy I grew up in that because I learned a lot of skills that I would have not known otherwise.
That's cool.
Yeah, because when you're a kid, you're always helping the aunties, right?
Sure.
Oh yeah. You have to. You have.
Hate it.
You must do it.
So, what was your favorite thing you think you learned from one of your aunties?
Yes.
Husbandry.
Oh, okay.
Or like husbandy husband.
Husbandry, you know, taking care of animals.
Oh, cool. Okay, who is your favorite auntie? Tell us now. She's not to hear about it.
My favorite
Yeah.
was probably my aunt Charlotte. But probably the most instructive was my aunt Betty.
Ooh. Which one were you most afraid of?
I don't know that I was ever afraid of any of my family, except for my father. But he was a murderous, you know,
Well, that part, yeah.
Yeah. dude.
The good kind.
Your Betty had a ram.
What was that, Alan? No. Just,
Your Aunt Betty had a ram.
breaking up again.
I bet he had
Who's
something.
your favorite second cousin
Uh-huh.
once removed?
Who's in the movie?
Well, that's what second cousin means, Jeff. Probably, probably Tina. Yeah,
Aw.
she's dead now, though.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
She died of leukemias.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was cool though. She was the smart one. She and I loved books. We had a book appreciation thing going on between us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did she ever loan you any books for your library up in your treehouse?
Oh well, she lived in a different part of the world than I did. But I saw her once a year, or sometimes twice a year.
Oh, nice.
It's good to have the crazy people in your family are the ones that make you most unique.
I suppose. I don't think I would consider her crazy. She was probably down to earth and a bit too dowdy. Matter of fact, her sister was a bit of a wild child. She's still alive and doing fine. And the smart one, they got a full scholarship to Alabama and all of that kind of stuff. She died of leukemia very young.
Aw.
Yeah. it's
But
a
you
shame.
remember. That was good.
Yeah, I'm not dead yet. That's true.
That's right. Now you just told us about Tina, the cool one, the one that was
Yeah.
smart.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We
she
should have a
was smart.
Tina.
Let me see here. Going back to the creepy monsters which you didn't see in Wizard of Oz. Of course,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have the gnomes or the noms or whatever. I think they were called noms, right? The first introduction in Ozma of Oz, the underground noms held the villain title long before the Wicked Witch. The unfriendly, unpleasant little beasts love mining, and a Roquat rules over them, a tyrannical king. He often slashes his subjects with when displeased with them. The Nom or Gnome King became even more nightmarish in The Return of Oz, where he emerges from stone itself in a creepy stop motion. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, the wing monkeys. Of course, you guys know about the wing monkeys.
They were in the
Oh,
movie, right?
Flying monkey.
I remember the grease monkeys.
Now, here's the thing: was that movie a dream of them heading to heaven, or was that a real movie?
Oh, you mean like Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know something funny, Chester?
Yeah.
The Wiz was I watched The Wiz before I watched The Wizard of Oz.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
It had
had
potential. The main problem with that was Dorothy and Michael Jackson himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. Yeah.
So
It's been
how
a
does
long
that
time.
movie read when you don't have the original material as kind of a reference?
Oh no, they basically tried to remake it. They just made it in Harlem. You know, black and all.
Motown style.
Yeah, Motown stuff. Some of the music's pretty good. We also have the Tin Woodman they talk about here, of course, and they decreepify him actually in the movie. He was formerly Nick Chopper. Of course he was. He was a normal human until he fell in love with a servant of the Wicked Witch of the West. The possessive witch cursed Nick's axe, and as Nick chopped wood, he also cut off his arm. The arm was replaced by a tin one, and then all of Nick's body transformed. What's more, he's unable to love the woman he fell in love with because he lost his heart. Oh,
It's not.
never anymore. That's bad.
it is sad. Mean, evil witches.
Yeah.
Well, you do have one good witch.
Yeah.
Or actually, you have several, I think, in the story.
I don't know. She let a child go into danger when she could have
Well,
solved the thing from the very beginning.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have had the story. Think about it.
Yeah, so.
You have to.
So does that make
Also, because of her, the child had to get electroshock therapy too, and go to an
True.
insane asylum.
That's true. That is true. So I don't know
Yeah.
about Glinda being so good.
Well, yeah, you're probably.
We have the Gump. The Gump's origin story varies a little from book to movie, but it's basically a collection of objects tied together and brought to life by magic powder. Named after a stuffed head that was terminated long ago, the Gump didn't want to be reanimated. It complains about being an abomination with a sofa body and palm frond wings. Later, the Gump merely existed as a talking head on the wall and seemingly enjoyed this situation much better. Oh, good. He found
Oh, we
happiness.
can see it on the wall.
Yeah. And there's more. Maybe I'll come back and look at some more of those later. I do need to continue asking questions, though. Let me see here. Melissa, favorite Wizard of Oz character, please.
I'm going to have to be predictable and say Scarecrow.
Yeah, no, it's a fair choice.
Like,
that's him all over?
That's him all over.
He had a gun.
He did.
That's pretty wild. Wait, you're gonna
I remember I watched that show like the fifth or sixth time, like growing up, and then I'm like 14 or I'm like I guess in my mid-teens or something, and I'm watching this scene, and I'm like, and I rolled my eyes like, wait, has he always had a gun?
Yeah. He always had the gun. Yeah. So how long ago were your teens in which you saw Wizard of Oz for the umpteenth time? No?
I still cable still a thing.
All
But
Be like, it's okay. Rabbit, favorite character from The Wizard of Oz, sir?
I don't really know. At
least a week
Flying
ago.
monkeys, I guess.
Flying monkeys, they are cool.
Probably. I don't know. I honestly can't remember it at all, to be honest with you. I vaguely remember there has a kid that
Diana
goes down
Ross.
a brick road, and then there's a witch.
Yeah, that's about right. That's it.
Yeah.
Then they get drugs. They do drugs in the movie. Poppy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Heroin.
I know that. I mean,
Heroin.
I've seen a lot of like stuff based on it, but it's more like horror movie. I mean, it was horror anyway, I suppose. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kind
You know, it's interesting how those old
But proper
classics,
horror based on it.
have so many horror remakes or arrangements done on them, huh? You definitely got Wizard of Oz. You got Alice in Wonderland for sure has been done many times.
Yes.
I haven't seen Narnia, but what was the other one? Peter Pan I've seen done in a horrific way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well. They'll get to Narnia eventually. It's too bloated though, to be fair.
Yeah,
So-
the Peter Pan with Hugh Jackman was.
What?
Hmm?
Hugh Jackman, Peter Pan. I don't remember that. You mean Robin Williams?
Oh.
Well,
No, Hook was awesome. There's a
Yeah,
there's a Hugh
great.
Jackman.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
was.
I don't
There
know.
was
He
one.
played Hook,
with-
right?
Oh,
with,
that one was a TV one, and it was abysmal. Oh
That
yeah,
Tom
no,
Hiddleston?
I remember what he's talking about. Yeah. Maple Chic is talking about Drive with Ryan Gosling has some good car chases. Yeah, but there was another car movie that had Frank Grillo in it. I think that was way better.
So what's the best chase scene of something that's not a car, like a boat or like?
Horses?
Top Gun
It's gotta be
Maverick.
speed, surely.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's
all-
not a chase scene, I suppose.
Face off boats.
Oh, fair,
Okay.
fair.
Face off
Yeah,
boats.
Fair. Well, Jeff, you're in charge. I
Motorcycle.
need more coffee, sir.
It's
Okay, you go for it.
Just in charge, everyone.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, you're in charge. Be the one. The one.
Yeah. So, how about those flying monkeys?
They're pretty cool.
No?
Yeah.
So what do they do after the wicked witch is like, let's say retired? Do they like open up a
Like
carrier
forest.
service? Do they just join a zoo?
I don't know. They probably went and worked at McDonald's.
They well, supposedly they were set free.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, though, they work as her because I read like all 6 books and I'm racking my brain because they work like her, basically her Praetorian guard
Mm.
against all of the the ones that are under her spell. But I think that some of them actually break free and like create the flying monkeys that end up helping the the Emerald King.
That could be.
Somebody needs to look it up.
Oh, do they serve as Scarecrow and he becomes king?
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, that would be scary though. Because what if you set them on fire?
But he's got a gun, so he'll be all right.
But he's on charge now.
Listen, Monkey Bird.
That's what I was gonna down. See.
Hey Jeff,
Yeah,
you're gonna love your picture.
I certainly hope so. By golly.
Hmm.
Is it beautiful? Is it the best thing that ever happened?
Yes, he's. Jason is creating a image that I'm going to throw on a bookmark for my next book.
I'm so excited.
Is it the one of you reclined on a couch eating grapes?
Saying draw me like one of your French squirrels like that.
No, it's not grapes.
Oh.
Okay, so we're getting close. But now I want to see a drawing of French squirrels.
French squirrels.
Actually, have it. I technically,
Say that again.
I technically have a drawing done, Jeff. So
Okay.
Show it.
yeah,
you
and
want to see it?
Tell you what, I can show it to you when the time's up. I
Okay,
can show you
that's fine.
both the one I'm drawing and the Jeff's drawing. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I pay you by PayPal?
We have Cash App and
That's all
Okay.
the kids.
I need a. Actually,
Pay
we
him
have,
by being a pal.
I think we have both actually.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about that later. Actually,
Okay.
so.
Just thought I'd ask real quick. Seeing I got nothing else to do,
No,
being in charge and all.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
you're good, man. Yeah.
all right.
The fact that's I'm glad you asked that though.
I wonder.
This is like real business now. We were listening in on business, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got
maybe
Gary
it's just
Shipman
busy.
making my map for my
Do
for the
you?
book. Yep,
Really?
Run.
Whoa.
Herman, that's the name.
I hope so.
It's going to be entirely. It's going to be. You hope so. If you know it's going to be freaking fantastic. I don't think Gary's ever done a single bad thing in his life.
No, so
If you-
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we can ask him at some point what's done, and then have him show us just so we can know it exists.
And Jiminy Cricket's also doing my book cover.
Oh, why are you trying it way? It's like, geez.
So yeah,
That's what rich people do when you're those rich, authors that have all the money and stuff, and living that life of quaintness.
yeah. I thought I gave Jiminy the thing to do it, and I think I did it like sometime in November.
Oh, really?
Figuring it'd take him a month or something to do, and he was back in like 2 weeks, and I'm like,
Yes.
oh my god!
Ugh.
And so now, and it's going to be like at least another month before I'm even going to have a book ready for him.
Dude, I want to
So-
see this.
Man.
How far are you out on the book? Do you
Oh,
think?
I just got the edits are done, and I just I got to go through it one more time to make sure everything's
Who's edit-
kosher. And
Sure, yeah.
Who's gonna edit?
the person who did the last book, and I picked up another editor, and I had him do the second round. So I want to
really?
have another. Yeah, I want to have another
Someone else looking at it.
editor in case one of them can't,
Yeah.
work
No,
on it
I-
for whatever reason.
Actually, my Stephen Black is editing for me. I've got Daniel P. Riley doing the as one of my beta and developmental coming in on the
Mhm.
bottom side of it, and my other editor's like, "Is your book ready?" And we literally like cracking the whip because it was supposed to be done last month, and I'm kind of like fudging along. I know you're blasting through it, 3,000 words a day or something ridiculous.
No,
I don't
it's
wanna-
not. It's that
Shut
I
up.
do 3,000 words a week.
I do. I literally. I usually I'll blow through and I'll do 2,000 at a time. And this time it's been like a 300 word crawl every night. I don't know why it's so hard in this last section. It's like I'm trying to describe a place we haven't been before. Okay, so we found the endless road of strip malls.
Oh, wow.
They're just making their way through a strip malls that consistently are joined together up this great dead highway, and it's like a series of caves. And I'm sitting here trying to describe the words, and you get to where you're like trying to find a word you haven't used like 10 times. If you have this problem or not, like where everything to me is cavernous. Have you tried to find another word for cavernous or large?
Yawning?
It's so hard. There's like
Big hole.
big, gigantic. A few months. I did YouTube months.
Real big. Huge. Huge.
Huge.
Huge, man. Huge.
Huge.
It's huge. Believe me. No, so it's just been like I don't know why this last piece of work that I've got to do to get this thing finished. It's like every night I go in and it's like maybe 300 words, so it's just knocking me dead.
Okay.
And then I through the chopper.
For cavernous is
Yes.
gaping, huge, roomy, spacious, vast, yawning.
Yawning. Okay, well,
Oh.
I have
Is
you.
that a hard word?
Avelio, yeah. Well, no. Avelioate, broad, chambered. Oh, chasmal.
I've used
Yeah,
Chasmal.
meaning
Chasmal.
deep and abysmal.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
I love
Holy
that
crud.
word.
Gigantic.
Commodious.
Enormous.
It
Chasm.
sounds weird. But
Commodious
chasmal-
actually sounds really good.
Yeah, no, commodious if it's spacious, like you want to be in it. But these are horrible, dismal places.
Oh,
They're very-
hang on.
Well,
Yeah,
that
well-
sounds very commodious.
Sepulchral.
oh, thank you.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
I'm
a good
putting
word.
this in. Shoot, yeah. No, I thank you. This solved it for me because I literally sat there and stared at this thing for like 2 hours today, just trying to describe the. So they're going into the underground the underground parking area. Where if it's you're 50 years into this thing now and it's just like hanging down with vines and spiders and horrible creatures that now live in it, but it's also filled with a bunch of wrecked cars and overturned shopping carts, and so you're trying to like make it, and I want it to be horrible and dank and horrible and everything, and it's just I get to where I get really excited and everything is massive. No matter
Sounds
what
like
I've done, it's
someone
massive.
found a thesaurus.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know he did. I'm like just sitting here literally putting in here chasma.
Yeah, I
What
do
was
that
the
all
other
the
one you
time.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Sepulchral.
I love thesauruses. Thesauruses are awesome. Chasmal. Now that's CHASMAL. Is that correct?
Yeah, CHASMAL.
Okay, CHASMAL. Okay, what was the other one you said? It was Chasmal and.
There's commodious.
Well,
The
Commodious, I'm
commodious you
just-
can use. I personally
Yeah,
would
but
go
commodious-
with capacious because that means just enough room.
Yeah, but this is like really just.
These are gigantic.
It's so big that it
I
falls
was
in on
trying
it.
to get in on the thesaurus fun.
Ginormous.
Well, sepulchral. Yeah.
That was
Can't
it.
pronounce
Sepulchral. So.
SEPUL.
Uh-huh.
CRAL. Sepulchral.
Thank you. I have not used sepulchral yet. I have used. I think it was. We've used gigantic. We've used echoing. You know, there's a lot of big sound words that go with it.
Reverberant is another one.
Reverberant. Ooh. Reverberant. This is the best thing. Okay, I'm gonna get finished with this book tonight.
You can go with
head will be-
prodigious.
Prodigious. Yeah. What? Is it prodigious or prodigious?
Prodigious.
Prodigious.
Put it both ways.
Don't you try to name the sexuality of that word, sir.
Thesaurus is my favorite dinosaur.
I love thesauruses. What's a thesaurus word? What's another word for thesaurus?
Book
Nice, we
that
find
stays in-
synonyms.
Dictionary.
Book of cinnamon.
Word book.
Word book.
Word book. Good job.
I managed to incorporate solitudinous in this next book.
Oh, there. That's
There's a couple of them.
You can
Okay,
go with
dude.
portentous, which is talking about a large opening, but it also means ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
actually
guys
Well,
are starting to sound like Don
actually-
King.
Actually, the way she's describing it, it's a dual use word because she said it's kind of grim and scary.
Yeah,
it
should be-
portentous would be great.
terrifying. It smells dank of rotting of old. I don't know. Okay, y'all haven't really been around that many dead bodies, right? Say no. Say please.
Only a couple
know.
times, yeah.
Yeah. Usually, old places that have
I've
had
dabbled.
death. You know, yeah. So old places that have death in them, where it happened a long time ago, they have a musty, decayed sense, but it usually smells more like it's dusty. It doesn't smell rank like with death, but it still has that whiff of death. It's hard to describe, and it's
Mildew.
very yes, a mildewed smell. It usually. I said to me, a scary smell for me is like where you go in the closet and it smells like something's back there, like a wet rag, but you don't know where it is. You know, that one potato they roll back.
So
It's
the
gone.
rank miasma of the portentous maw struck
Oh,
the character
right.
in the face.
Yeah, but you know what? That sepulchral would actually do well.
Yeah, but you don't want
because-
to make people go use a dictionary when you're writing a book, though.
No, sometimes you do.
do.
Sometimes you want if you want to have somebody wonder what the hell that word is.
Occasionally, maybe. You don't want to do it too often, though.
No, that's true. But I mean, that would be a perfect word, especially if you haven't incorporated anything large.
Yeah, no, I think it fits there because a sepulcher is the right feeling. It's a very large open space filled with people that were in cars or people that had tried to escape there to go to to take shelter, and you have these bodies that have been there now for 50 years. Most of them have fallen apart, but some are still in their little place waiting for someone to come get them.
My go-to
And so you
would be
have
fetid.
fetid. Fetid, yeah, is really awesome. Fetid to me smells warm though. There's this warmth to fetid. It's
You're weird.
yeah. What? No. Fetid warmth. Fetid warmth can be kind of it's not horrible, but it smells like Houston on a bad day. I don't know.
But you could say fetid dank. So
You know what? You could just describe it as it smelled like Houston on a bad day.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Although we're closest to Dallas for this one. We're closer to Dallas, so it's not as damp. We have to go to
Well,
Dallas later. Find the skeeters
in
away.
the chat, just to bring it up, we do have Maple Chic, and he found that movie Wheelman with Frank Grillo. That was a good movie.
Oh, man.
I like
Thank
Frank
you.
Grillo, dude. He for me, he kind of came out of nowhere, and then I've seen
He's
some of his
underrated.
movies. He's cool. What was that, Elrod?
He's underrated.
He is, man. I like Frank.
He's trapped in like the B movie,
Mm.
like Redbox territory, I think, forever. But
He did that Groundhog Day movie recently, and that was good fun.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was good fun,
I
man.
really,
Nice.
Yeah, no, Frank is cool because he sells action really well. He's not the Bruce Lee where no one can touch me, right?
Yeah.
He's a
you know,
former fighter, right?
I don't know much about Frank, but
He's
he
an MMA guy.
was he? Oh, all right, that makes sense when you look at him. But he's the kind of guy that takes the beat and he keeps on ticking. You know that guy.
oh yeah.
I've seen
I
some
think
of
he's one of the most underused characters in the MCU.
Take a beat
What
and
did
he
he
keeps
was
ticking,
cross-
boy.
He was Crossbones, and
He
then
was. That's right.
they brought him back to just get blown up in like
Yeah,
2
man,
seconds.
that's sad. Well, they've wasted. You know, Disney's wasted so many
Mhm.
characters like that, dude.
Mm.
Oh well. Nevertheless, anyway, I was asking questions. I forget where I was. Alan, favorite Wizard of Oz characters.
I've always had an affinity for the monkeys, obviously,
Uh,
but as I grew older and I paid attention to the performances and stuff, the witch ate up every scene. The
Yep.
witch was awesome,
she did.
and her entrance
Blossom's
with the
best movie.
with the tornado of fire is still one of the coolest things on film.
Okay, yeah. That's
It is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it is.
This is Margaret Hamilton, right? Is that who is doing
Yep.
this? And absolutely, I know y'all know that her skin was actually permanently tinted green for a while afterwards, just from the paint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
that's
cool.
really
She did a really good job. She sold it incredibly well. Yeah, but I mean, everybody in that movie did a really solid job.
Oh yeah.
Even the Lollipop Guild.
Well, the nice thing too is she lived long enough to see the fame from that movie,
Oh, did she?
like in her later years. Yeah,
Well, I've never seen her in a bunch of like TV stuff.
yeah. Like she would. She was on Sesame Street dressed as the witch, right?
Yes.
And Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair. But I mean, no, I
Oh,
think I
that's
saw
so
her actually on TV shows.
Yeah. She was a character actress for years.
Yeah.
And from all accounts, she was the nicest person on set.
Yes.
Interesting.
Sure.
Well, you know, they decided not to go with a little girl. Instead, they went with that lady that likes the gays.
She was a little girl at the time. She was only like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
starts- she's-
Dorothy is a little girl, dude. She's not.
Yeah, Dorothy's
she's
like
not a-
7. But
Dorothy's 9. If I'm not mistaken, she's 9 in the story.
Yeah, she's
So-
very little. She was way too old for that. I mean, you know, let's be honest.
Well, yeah, I think
well,
it's
what's her
Dorothy.
face turned it down, right? It was turned down by
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough money for her.
Well, I don't know that she made those decisions.
Tappa
She-
tappa.
She became a senator.
Yes.
Mhm.
You mean Shirley Temple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
UN
No,
ambassador
she was an
to the
ambassador.
world. To the
I
world.
thought she was in Congress, dude.
Are you sure? I'm
Pretty sure.
getting
Yeah,
May have
check
been
it out.
married
Shirley
to a
Temple Black.
congressperson. Senator Black.
Yeah. She was
Captain
a
Black.
mega hit though back in her day. I mean, goodness gracious.
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah. They even named a drink after her. It was the only thing I was allowed to drink at receptions and weddings and such.
That's what I
A
had
good
for a
chip
while.
lollipop.
No, the Shirley Temples. It's
Yeah,
a
Shirley
cherry
Temples.
drink.
That feels like a good name for a drink.
Yes, it's a 7-Up with what is it?
Cherry.
Cherry.
7-Up. Yeah, with cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about her being a senator. It does say that she
Grenadine.
was an ambassador.
Ambassador. Okay, thank you. I remember her being in politics. Yeah.
I think she may have tried to. She may have tried to run for office. You may be
Well, she-
remembering that.
She did do a song. I remember, the Good Ship Lollipop.
It was like
Yeah.
like that.
But Judy Garland could sing.
She should have been Reagan's wife.
That would have been
For
weird.
what? Yeah, really.
The answers I get around here. All right, so let me.
There was
see.
a rumor. There was a rumor that that Shirley Temple was not a child but a 30-year-old dwarf.
Yes, I remember that they said that was out there. Like she was, somebody had said that she had to prove that she was actually a child because she was so talented and could sing so well that certainly she must be something different.
Nah, she was
And-
just precocious.
And
That was just the alibi of the dirty producers, probably.
I mean,
she
Yeah.
did run. She did run for office in a
there you
special
go.
election for California's 11th congressional district. And I think she lost.
Okay.
Ooh.
Placed first in the primary, and
She lost to Darla from the Little Rascals.
oh,
Yeah.
damn, Darla. That
Did
Little
she
Rascals,
really?
I love that show.
No. She probably
Really?
lost to Miss Hathaway from Beverly Hillbillies. She was a senator, right?
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Mr. Hathaway? Jethro?
Hey, Beverly Hillbillies was fun. Let's see here. Jeff is next. Favorite character from Wizard of Oz, dude.
you already asked me.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Jason.
I'd say the lion,
Interesting.
the cowardly lion.
Put him up. Put him up.
He does such a good job, that guy.
Yeah. He was so scared when she found Little Pigsty too.
Oh, I know.
And he wore an actual lion, right? Like his suit was actual lion fur.
Was it?
What?
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
god!
weighed like 300 pounds.
I didn't
Oh
know
my
that.
god.
It was.
I know in
hot.
the book
It
he
was
was a lion.
Yeah, he's a lion, but they couldn't do that in reality back then.
No, that's fair. Yeah. And besides, people would scream Narnia. So
Oh, for cripe's sakes.
not Narnia.
Shirley Temple was married to Charles Alden Black.
Yeah.
Until his death in 2005, they had a son Charles, and their daughter Lori became the basis for the rock band the Melvins.
You're kidding me. Wow.
No,
So music runs in the family.
I guess I don't even
Okay.
know what a Melvin is. I do know what a Melvin is, but I've never heard of the Melvins.
yeah,
That
it's
surprises me.
they're. I think they were kind of like a. I don't want to say punk band, but they were both grunge and sludge metal.
Yeah.
Sludge.
I'm surprised you never heard of them.
No.
Yeah, Buzz Osborne was the singer.
Related to Ozzy?
No,
Buzz Aldrin.
Related to yes.
He gets mad when you say that they never went to the moon. He punches people in noses.
You will absolutely beat them.
That is the best video I've ever seen in my life to this day.
I know where he
Yeah.
beats the dude. It's like, wow, just old man punches guy.
Get him. Buzz.
Mm-hmm. The guy had it coming, I'm sure.
He did. Yeah, no. How
Yeah, he
dare
was
you
being
call my
rude.
entire life a lie? I mean, geez, you know.
Well, he's been following him from town to town
Yeah.
doing that too. And he's just like, you know what? I've had enough. Good
Oh,
night.
he kept doing it after
Yeah.
that.
And he's an
I'm
American
trying-
hero. He's not like he's going to get in trouble for it, right?
And it's not like you're going to press charges because you just got knocked out by a 90-year-old man.
Yeah, I know. It's like
In the prime of your life, you got knocked out cold
Knocked
by
out.
a man in the 90s.
great.
Oh, did he stop?
Sent
following
him to the
around
moon.
harassing after that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it is a
probably.
great video, though. Go check it out.
Yeah, he did. I think the police stepped in and like, yeah, we got to get rid of that guy because he's a nuisance.
Just disappearing. Rosa,
You
favorite
what?
character?
Well, now, Chris, I love all of them because Wizard of Oz is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's just part of it's because of the time and when it was shown. You'd see it every year on TV, and it became sort of a thing. And so a lot of that nostalgia, being with my dad and everything like that. But just the music, the fact that everything really hits with it, and I love the whole movie. So I love the cast. I love everybody in it. But the one that doesn't get appreciated as much is Toto, and Toto gets overlooked so much.
Yeah.
He drives this story, and like I said, I read the book,
I'll be
the
back.
original book. You're bored now, aren't you? Just leave me. Go ahead. But anyhow, so I love Toto in the books. He pushes so much of the action, and the dog was just so great in the movie. It was such a cute little fellow in the first place, and he pulls back the curtain, and he helps her. He's the one that drives. He's so much of the plot story. When you have to have something happen where she has to go make a jump into a decision that she normally wouldn't make, it's Toto that takes her there. He's the one that's the catalyst for everything that happens, and he becomes a catalyst at the end also because he's the one that reveals the man behind the screen. And so I like Toto. He's my favorite. Yeah.
He ran for Senate, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And his career was cut short because he was blacklisted because he was a communist.
That's true.
Oh, he's a dog. And dogs are never communists.
Yeah, now I'm watching this video.
That
and
dog was.
he does
The
this.
dirty red dog.
He won't back it. He won't back up. You get him, Buzz. You deal with that.
Yeah, Buzz.
Jerk.
Buzz.
He did write Africa though, so
Yeah, he did. That was
Oh,
good.
yeah, Toto.
Yeah.
He had to come back in the 80s. Yeah.
Africa. That's about all I know.
It's great. It's beautiful.
Something about men and people. Okay.
I had to do
That was
something like
roughly
that.
it.
Toto. The interesting thing is, a lot of people probably don't know that band very well, but amongst musicians, Toto is well revered.
Really?
That's they should be.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I'm not one of them musicians, but they are very,
Wow.
very, very capable. They're very good
The
musicians.
fact that their lead singer is a dog,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive.
Pretty good.
85-year-old dog, terrier.
And
Yeah.
he can still sing that well.
Now I gotta find out what happened to him. But somebody look it up. Somebody look up what
He
happened
was
to Toto.
blacklisted for being a communist.
He
I'm telling you.
was, yeah.
No, he's
I
not
was
a
more of a
communist.
men
Dog-
down under type of dude.
Men at work.
Yeah. Australia's best band. I know a lot of people say Midnight Sun, but that guy is absolutely insufferable. So we won't choose him.
Oh, that's just cruelty.
He looks like a Star Trek.
they
villain.
used
He does.
7 Totos in the movie. The lion kept eating them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
He was a method actor.
Yeah, really. He does
Get into my
chase it.
pod. Get into my pod.
I can't remember the name of that show. There was a show, a black and white show, way back in the day that was, variety. Like it was Johnny Carson before Johnny Carson. Can't remember the name of it.
Ed Sullivan? You're talking about Ed Sullivan?
No. Ed Sullivan.
Jack
was-
Parr.
Jack maybe
Parr?
Jack Parr. Maybe
Oh.
Jack Parr. But I
Jack
know
Parr?
that whichever the one I'm thinking of, it might be Jack Parr actually. But whichever one I'm thinking of, that show is the reason why you saw after that very, very rarely seeing animals on TV
Oh, you
because
tell us
they
the
had
story.
so much trouble with it. And Johnny's actually one of the ones that brought it back.
what happened?
Just birds and
something
animals
eaten?
pooping on everything. I
I
remember,
thought Tom Louise ate them
or
on
that
air.
happened.
And they're
That's
like,
true.
no,
They had I remember one episode where he had a farm girl come on and she was going to demonstrate how to milk a cow. And the cow just decided to just defecate. And they said, "Oh, take it off, take it off." Everyone's laughing. And in the background, as they're walking the cow off, it's just dropping patties. It's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a man.
Yeah, that's why they won't let me take my horse through the drive-through at McDonald's anymore.
Oh,
Those
racist.
people.
Those people.
And now
Racist.
Doug with Blue Moon Cartoons says that all dogs
I thought that
are
was America.
fascists.
They are not fascists. They're patriots.
They're good boys.
That's
True
right.
blue.
They do hate black people, though. They are racist.
They are. That's true.
Mine never did. Mine never did. I
You
might, of course, I
thought
were
you hated
raised.
the mailman, then you realized your mailman was a man of color.
That is not true. My mailman was like different colors. Oh, yeah, I did have one that was of color. Yes.
The
But yeah, my
dog
dogs
barked
were-
at him.
I tell you what,
My
though,
dogs were-
dogs, they don't like black people.
Like
I don't know
said,
what
mine
it
do.
is. I mean, the skin tone or something about it. The dogs don't like it.
That's-
Dogs
I-
you
I-
normally only see in black and white, so usually darker skinned people look like big blobs to them.
Maybe, yeah, but they really don't like
I
it.
think that's true because
No, it
I've
is
had my
true.
dogs. They've always been nice to African American people, but they're also have been raised around different groups
Maybe.
of people, so
If
they
they're
know
used to
dogs.
it, yeah. Maybe it's just the ones that don't see it very often. But I know this to be, I've heard it, and of course I know it to be personally true because I had a couple of black friends that used to be here, and that my dog could not stand being anywhere near him. He really didn't like him. And it's not like he's a particularly friendly dog, but he really wasn't very noisy. But he didn't like them.
Aw.
And anytime they
That's
come on
just
the
what-
TV, he growl and bark. Anytime black people come on the TV.
Or when they use the wrong water fountain.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Oh, that
It was the funniest thing,
That's
dude. I
awful.
used to, just throw YouTubes up on the TV and just jump between Bill Burr and Eddie Murphy. It was funny as hell.
Goodness.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You're probably right, Alan, about the how it's something of how they see, right?
Oh, I'm sure. They just have a hard time understanding.
They don't like the.
A lot
Yeah,
of black
they
people
see
are
they see
afraid of
more with their
dogs,
nose.
too.
That's true. That's true.
I've heard
And
that
of course, on the
before.
TV, you can't smell
anything that's
anything.
unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Well, also anything that's unfamiliar. Remember, dogs are pack animals. Wherever they're raised, that's their pack. So if they're raised in a family of people that are, from Mexico or from everything has a different feel, a different, group of people. They're going to protect that group of people because we have families that have all sorts of dogs out here. There's never been an issue with African American families having dogs. There's tons of them out here.
I suppose if they get used to it. It's just something I've always heard, and it's just one of those urban legend things you ignore. But I've seen it happen live, so.
Wow.
Maybe they're expressive. Dogs do read micro expression.
Oh well, that's true. They are. That's a word you can go with. Speaking of thesauruses, expressive.
That is true.
Unhinged
I have
would
used
be the word I'd
expressive.
use, but
What? No. Terrible. Unhinged. What about you're using it for?
No, I'm talking about urbanites specifically.
Oh, urban
Obviously,
nights, yes.
you can't put any group of people into any box. That's just not how it is. We can speak generally, but the individual is always an individual.
hate being put in boxes. I've noticed this.
Mm.
Car trunk too. Go figure.
Well, they put Trump in boxes a lot. They want to put him in a wooden box, I think.
Oh my gosh.
They're not happy with it.
It will be the best box.
It would be the best box.
It would be a
It'd
gold
gilded,
plated
a
box.
gilded box. I've had gilded pheasant before.
What?
Yeah,
You want to explain?
a couple times. They take leaf gold and they put it on a cooked pheasant.
Why?
Then they put all the
Jeez.
feathers back in for some weird reason. Then you have to take them all out. And eat the thing.
Is that?
You ever had
like a
that, Rabbit?
I've had pheasant. I've not had it gilded though.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
is
It's
that
just
the-
the thing they did in the Middle Ages.
And then where did you
Didn't
go
you
to
eat
get
donuts?
it?
I was in the SCA for over a decade.
So you decided to go visit the magical times.
my lord? Would you like some gilded pheasant? Why yes?
No, I love the combat. Yeah, SCA combat. You get to put
Heck
on
yeah, there
metal
was
armor
another-
and take a stick and beat the hell out of people. It's freaking awesome.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, that part's great.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that part. I have never gotten to do that part though. I always had to do all the stuff where you like sing madrigals and do
Yeah,
all
no,
those things.
that's fun too. It's just a Renaissance fair is what it is.
That's all right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're fun.
permanent Renaissance fairs.
Well, they're basically
I know
private
what-
Renaissance fairs on the weekends where you get.
Runs.
to you.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
and
I've
you're
been
so-
to Pennsic several times when I was younger, and that was like
Oh yeah,
50, 60,000 people in one place, all LARPing, right?
yeah.
That's one of the originals, right?
It is one of the old ones, yeah. There's a good one in England too that I didn't get to go to.
It's
Oh,
called
my.
England.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah.
but you get all kind of folk. You get some people who do reenactment stuff, some people who do heraldry or history stuff. You get people who are craftsmen and will sell stuff. There's all kinds of people are involved with it. My main thing I loved about it was the combat. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's a great place to learn combat too.
Yeah. It's basically I get to play football and someone gave me a weapon. It's the best.
And wear a Robin Hood hat. Can't beat it.
Well, I usually dress in Greek stuff because it's breezy.
Well, because that's gay.
Thank you.
What? No. Greasy.
Yeah. And no one here has done any kind of combat sport?
Yeah, when I was younger,
What
I've
did
done
you
stuff
do?
like that. I've also done kendo and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Super broken.
the festival I'm playing in August, they've got Viking reenactments and stuff going on at it.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
that's going to be kind of interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
those
Talking
guys
about
are
that
a bit
reminded me.
different. They do the same thing with the armor, but they have real swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, well, a little bit wacky, but I guess it's kind of like the difference between American football and rugby.
Like full contact and wearing all the pads.
Well, I've played
Yeah.
both. I've done both, and I enjoy
I'm sure
it.
they're both just as dangerous as the infra.
Oh, they are. The real difference is this, and a lot of non-Americans don't get it. With rugby, you have to control the speed at which you go into a tackle.
Yeah.
And in football, because you have this armor, it gives you this sense of superiority, right? Of safety. They go in at such full bore.
Yeah.
You would never do this in rugby. You're to break your body, right? So that's
Yeah.
the difference, really. And of course, rugby is a constant flow, and football is more like a chess game, really.
Yeah, I don't know. It all seems slow to me.
It is slow.
I don't watch it really, so.
But I mean, I enjoy both. And like I said, I've played both. Rugby is probably the most fun. It's more fun to play.
More active.
But football is much more. It depends. I was never a quarterback. If I was a quarterback, maybe it would be more fun. I was just a tackler, a linebacker. But rugby is this constant movement. It's fun. They're both fun. But the hitting in football is way harder. It's way harder.
Because you're running as fast as you can.
Yeah.
In armor, it's the armor. It's the mentality of having armor on, right?
Yeah.
I'm invincible.
It actually it is. It's a really good analogy of what people wear it.
It's where I got my nickname,
Bubs.
Which is
Bugbear.
Bobby.
like, oh yeah.
I told you I had an old coach and like an ancient old World War II coach, and I think it was a
Oh,
foreigner
yeah.
too. He sounded like that dude in Rocky, the old dude in Rocky.
Oh really?
Kind of looked like him too, really. No, not Mr. T. The you know what I mean, the coach. Mickey is like he sounded like Robert Durante. That's what he sounded like. But anyway, you know, he said that boy's a bugbear in the middle. He said.
Crazy how
there
things will
any
stick with you for all your life.
Right? Yeah. Because it followed me over here in a weird way because we were playing D&D actually with a group of friends, and at that time I think there was this channel called MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think it was MySpace.
Mhm.
I think it was. And I had a MySpace when it first came out, and I just put my nickname in there, Bugbear.
Mhm.
And
Ah,
so the
cool.
people over here saw my MySpace, and initially they thought it was because of D&D, and then they asked, and I explained it to them. That's how it followed me to
Oh.
Japan, was because of I'm pretty sure it was MySpace. It could have been early Facebook. I'm not sure.
So did you end up playing a bugbear in that session, or?
No, those are bad guys. They're villains.
Oh,
In
Yeah,
okay.
D&D,
they
yeah.
want.
Well, what he meant by that was I was a troublemaker, a noisemaker in the middle. As a linebacker, I was causing frustration of the enemy, which is a good thing in this case, right? Because bugbear is
Yeah.
a negative meaning. I mean, in Britain, they use the term more than Americans do. But for a British person, what does bugbear mean?
I don't know. I'd never heard it before. D&D.
Oh, I see. Okay, but it means like a thing that's making trouble, that's causing noise, that's being
It's a
Yeah,
grammar.
that's a bugbear, like a
Yeah.
difficult problem or something.
yeah, it's a problem. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Are you a problem child?
Well, I guess if
in
you're
football.
trying
A bugaboo.
Yeah. Bugaboo.
That part, yeah.
I wasn't fast of fleet of foot, but if I got a hold of you, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. You better keep running.
Hey, Chester, why can't you be fleet of foot?
Something like that. It was not that hard, but it was comical, dude. Because he was so
God.
freaking old and he was mean as hell, dude. I mean, we had to do wind sprints, which basically you sit on the sideline, and it's a 50 yards across, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he blows a whistle, you run to the other side, run back. Then he blows a whistle again. You do this over and over and over until someone pukes. Then you can stop.
Not great.
Yeah, well, that's back in those
I don't-
days. These days you get arrested, I think.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, let's not work people until they have violent physical reaction.
No, yeah, no, that's what the old dudes did though.
Oh, yeah. They would make you throw up. You'd be like, hey, let's do this. They did it
Yeah.
to us in
Gets you good
bands.
though, right?
And band? What? Oh my
Yes. They would make us march in the.
Like
you had to
Full
go
Metal
up-
Yeah. Well, we used to do bull ring, right? And that's where the whole team gets in a circle, and he calls out your number, and you go into the middle, and then he'll call out a number or two or three or whatever, and they'll come and try to tackle you, and you have to defend
Yeah.
yourself. It's pretty. I imagine every football player's done this. But
That's all I guess.
you know,
I-
sometimes, you know, because I was a linebacker, I was a big, strong guy, so you know, weren't a lot of dudes that could put me down so easily in that format, right? In another format, like we did one where you run at an angle, I could get tackled easy in that situation. But in that particular bull ring one, it was not easy to tackle me. But he keep throwing dudes at me, and you know, it gets painful after a bit, and then
Yeah.
I would let myself get tackled. Oh, he'd get mad.
Just go down because you don't want to deal with it
Right,
anymore.
because you don't want to deal with it, right? But he get mad. It's much worse to do that. Just keep going until someone gets you.
And then you have to do like all this running up the bleachers, all that
right,
stuff.
right, yeah, or just doing laps or what have you. Yeah.
Laps.
He was
That's
He was horribly mean, dude. That guy.
But he likes you.
No,
He
not
gave you a
really.
nick-
I don't know that he liked anyone.
Look at there, Bugbear. Run up and down those bleachers until you puke, and then do 5 more before you're done.
To be fair,
Yeah.
though, there was only a couple of people on the team that had a nickname, though. That
Yeah.
he gave. So I don't know. Maybe. But like I said, I was
Yeah,
only
you-
good for running plays. I wasn't good for anything else.
Yeah, but you're good at running plays.
I was, but
Yeah.
I was too slow for anything else. Run like greased lightning, Alpha said. Yeah, I wish I could. If I was fast, I could have maybe been an actual football player. Because people don't realize how fast those big dudes are in football, or rugby
Oh,
as well. I mean, they're wicked fast for a big man.
I guess if you're going to be in a sport where you have to travel a lot, you'd have to be.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's impressive. I've seen big dudes that, I mean, I'm tall, but I've seen like 6'6", 6'7", you know, linemen that are way faster than me.
Man.
Yeah, it's weird because they're giant. Even from my point of view, and they're literally as big as the side of a barn, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess they have long legs.
They do, and they move.
I think I remember seeing a video once where there was one of those guys and they were on like a dancing show or something. And they were like, well, at least now I know when I want to put my feet somewhere, that's where they're going to end up. So I'm like,
Yeah,
"What?"
really.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Oh, well, a lot of them
take
take ballet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Whoa.
They're quite
okay.
graceful. I know the quickest kid on my team was a black guy. Shocking. But he was pushing 10 seconds. I mean, that's how fast he was, right? The 100-meter, right? He was
Oh, okay.
really super
Yeah.
fast. I don't know what he did after school, if he went in college and tried to build up, because he was right on 10 seconds. I mean, literally 10 point something, right? So, yeah, he was wicked fast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. I kind of hope. I don't know. I always hear about things like that, and I just keep thinking, but what do they? I guess people who like sports really like it, and like, do they get to like go home and play the piano or do something creative, or are they just really enjoy sports?
Hit things.
Yeah, it's just
Hit things and enjoy it.
It's just fun. I mean, you either like it or you don't like it. It's kind of like that kind of thing, you know.
Mm.
Some people really hate the sweaty and the soreness, but yeah, I don't know. I've always, I hate starting, like to go do a run or something. I hate starting, but after when I'm done, I'm always happy I did it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that sounds like me when I'm doing any exercise. Yeah, because you can't be fucked to get started.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, crap.
Works out then.
The
What have
weird
I
thing
done?
for me was
How
I
did I do
also
that?
did
Sorry.
track in the spring. I did track, and I was a shot put guy. And in my school, I was the best shot put guy. But that didn't mean much. But I like shot put. But the coach was trying to put together the 4x 110 hurdle relay, right? And a
Okay.
couple of the hurdle relays, because he had 3 guys who on the team who could do it and competitively, right? But he didn't have a 4th, so he basically just lined up the whole team and everyone do hurdles. And the weirdest thing, I don't know why, but I could go over hurdles without hitting them at all. And I
Wow.
Is he
became
tall?
the number 4. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Dude,
As slow as I am, but I
do
could
it.
get over them without any hesitation. Therefore, it actually came out to be fairly quick. I mean, I was the slowest guy, but they needed a 4th, and I became the 4th. You would never
That's
imagine me being a hurdler.
and yet you
And yet there it goes.
Yeah.
I think I saw videos something like that where it's like the women's like track and field. It was in the Olympics or something like that. And they were the 4 girls and they were running around, but then one of them got sick or injured or something like that. And they're like, what are we going to do? We need to compete. And there was like one girl who was, I think she was in like one of the
She was shot put, I think.
yeah, shot put. And
Wow.
same kind of thing, like, "Huh?" And so she's going along. She's like, jump, 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 jump.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jump, jump. Like, she did it. Like, okay.
Well, I mean, if you can get over it cleanly and smoothly,
Right.
your lack of speed is made up for in a way. Now, obviously, I could never compete singly. No way. I would always lose. But in the 4x4, I could be useful.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just the weirdest thing, because if you knew me at that time, you would never imagine
No.
me being
No.
a
Oh
hurdler.
wow.
It's so bizarre. Yeah. I was this big, bulky, tall, thick thing.
He's going to get over a hurdle? Yeah, actually.
Easily,
pretty well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hardly ever hit him, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And I'm not much of a jumper either.
So, turned out to be a pretty good experience then.
Yeah.
Or for that, actually.
Really.
Yeah.
Letter,
Recommendation.
No.
You
Back
let her.
in-
You let her in for it.
Yeah, and you get letters in sports, and then they have like pins and stuff that can be added to it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's at the end of the school year. You have 4 years of high school, right, and college as well. If you were accomplished in your sport, because everyone had the team jacket, right? Your coach would award letters to certain players.
You would have it on a jacket,
Yeah.
and that would
it
be
gets
like a big
stitched
deal.
onto the jacket. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Then you give it to your girl, and then she throws it away when you break up.
That's right.
And you're
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
dude, no.
Well, it's funny you said that because I had all my Letterman jackets from school, and my wife threw them out before we moved to Japan.
No.
oh."
Yeah,
Ooh.
she didn't know
Dude,
they
you
were
should not-
valuable.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
They're just stupid old jackets that don't even fit you anymore.
Oh my gosh. And
But she
and they're
didn't
actually
know
they're
about
super
it.
hot right now. The kids like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, only one of my Letterman jackets was legitimate, though. I mean, with the leather arm ones. The other ones
Uh-huh.
were more the cheaper
Oh yeah, those are nice.
school goes. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Did you
cousin
know-
had the cool one with the leather arms.
Yeah. I had one of those.
Did you know that the Emerald City was inspired by a prominent castle-like building in the community of Castle Park near Holland, Michigan?
Really?
That I did
That's
not.
interesting, though.
Yep.
Have you seen that building?
Not yet. Been to
Maybe
Holland.
go look at it.
When you go by,
You mean it's not a bunch of penises like the little?
No.
Yeah. They
I wouldn't think
those
so.
artists, rascals. Am I the only person that did sport in school?
I tried, but it wasn't very.
I was a
pretty.
drummer in marching band.
Yay!
though.
good
Sports
job.
ball. My
Oddly
Oh,
enough,
lifted
I was
weight?
more into art.
Yeah, well, there you go, lifting weights. I did that too, but that was just part of football practice.
I'm still skinny, but yeah, I started doing that.
Yeah, it's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you.
Good.
Although,
And at least it was a full-on gym too, so yeah.
oh, that's nice. Yeah, the Nautilus type. But one of the kids on our team did lose a toe, though.
Oh no.
Ow.
Oh,
Yeah. That was, I
Okay.
remember it's kind of sad because when it happened, everyone laughed, even though it's really not funny. He literally just lost the tip of his toe.
Dude.
But it was the whole locker room just erupted in laughter because he was spotting someone on the Nautilus, right? And he had his foot, the weights come down on the Nautilus, right?
Oh no.
Man.
And he hit his foot too close.
Ah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He lost the, I don't know, half an inch off the tip of his middle toe.
Dude.
Ugh.
Yeah. He could still play, though. It didn't really slow him down much. I mean, after he healed.
Was it his little toe? Was it,
It was the middle toe. He was one of those people whose middle toe was the longest.
It's
Okay,
like
that's what
your big toe is the one that affects all your balance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and the
no,
little toe,
he
because
he
it's
could
not
play
that bad.
fine. It took a while for him to heal, but yeah, that happened.
Poor thing.
Dude, that's so scary.
Well, you learn. Coach yelled at him.
I bet he did.
Of all the things, oh my goodness.
Lose your toe.
Well, when you did something stupid, and we all, you had to come out of the locker room with your helmet on, right? It's required.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you did something stupid or the coach was mad at you, if you're coming out the door, he'd take another helmet and slam you in the head with it. So,
Good job.
so if you forgot to wear your helmet, you didn't do it again. Yeah.
My goodness. Yikes.
Oh yeah, no, those old dudes, man, they didn't play around at all.
Here's an idea. Let's have violence on everything. That's gotta help.
Yeah, well, boys, you got to teach them. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty.
I took boxing in PE in elementary school.
Of course.
Didn't
Elementary school
I bet you
boxing.
some of the other people did too. Jeff, did you have
did.
boxing in PE?
No, I got in there when they were becoming less violent.
Oh yeah, no, I
I'm
definitely
sorry.
grew up with boxing and brutal coaches.
Yeah, I did make my kids when they got to an age, I made them go through karate, and
Yeah, that's what-
it was nice because they go wail on each other and wear themselves out.
Just beat on each other. Just let mom and dad will just let you do it.
It's true though.
That was the only time you could fight. That was the only time you could fight would be
Well,
them.
we had big old puffy gloves and those stinky helmets. I remember how bad they smelled.
Mm. Oh dear.
And then dodgeball.
That was great
Best.
fun, dude. I love dodgeball.
Yeah,
Although
I
I
love
sucked at
dodgeball.
it.
Is
I
it that
feel
time?
It is that time.
No.
Well, there you go, everybody. We're going to take a look at our Wizard of Oz art. Hopefully, we have some good draw-alongs. I'll go check in a minute. Speaking of dodgeball, you know what else was good, though, Jeff? Was when you took the dodgeball ball and you played kickball baseball.
Oh.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, I
that's
used to
fun.
love that.
Yeah, that was great
How's
fun.
that doing?
Yeah, well, it's baseball, but instead you roll the ball and you kick it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's the same ball you
Good
use in
stuff.
dodgeball.
Well,
The
my
brown
kid is
ones.
my kid is on a college dodgeball team,
Sweet.
Dude, really?
College dodgeball.
so I'm constantly telling him. So, did anybody throw a wrench at you?
'Cause-
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If you can dodge a
You
wrench,
know.
you can dodge a ball. By the way, that
Alpha
guy,
Proto likes
the guy
it,
you
too.
threw a wrench at, actually split his head open. By the way,
What?
in real
Really?
life. Yeah, seriously. It was
What
like
is this?
a dodgeball, the movie
Yeah.
with Vince Vaughn in it. The old guy who threw the wrench at that one guy actually hurt him really bad. He split his head open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I want to hear about this. I want to see it now.
So yeah,
Well-
his reaction was real.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, some injuries do take place in the movie sets. Aside from death, one of the worst has got to be Weekend at Bernie's, though. That guy took so many bumps, bruises, and breaks to make that
I
movie.
ain't seen that movie in so long.
Right.
I'm
It's
watching it again.
hilarious, dude. It's really good.
I
I
have
love all the
never seen-
memes showing Biden as Bernie. It's perfect.
We're living it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look at the art here. Let's see what we got. Over here with Amy, Jeff, and we got a little Dorothy, and she's proper age, although she is really teeny. I think she might be a fairy, and because this lion is gigantic.
Yeah, I
but-
remember reading in the book that the lion was the size of a house. So I thought,
Wow, yeah, he was a big boy. He was a big guy.
I thought, wouldn't that be amazing to have a big lion the size of a house to travel around with?
Yeah,
Or with.
I would
have as a
carry
friend.
I would carry gallons of perfume though.
Because lions smell funny. Yeah.
So you could
And
just
they-
drink.
Yeah, and they like to roll in feces.
Yeah, they do. I've
It's
been
not
to the
that-
safari
It's
park.
pretty-
I've smelled it.
Like to throw it too.
You know.
Throw it around.
Oh, that
Also
you heard
around.
about that girl from Game of Thrones? She played the guy who kept having daughters and then making babies with his daughters and giving the boys to the walkers. That girl,
Craster.
yeah, that girl. She went on to. She's like an activist, woke activist, and she was making documentaries, save the planet type of stuff. And she went to down in South Africa. She went to a lion park, and they said, "Don't open your window." But she's an idiot. She opened her window to take a picture, and she got ate.
What?
Got
Yeah.
eaten? What?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
When did this happen?
she was nominated for a Darwin Award
What? When was this?
recently.
Wow,
Poor
that's scary.
thing.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
I mean,
Well,
how,
you know, if someone tells you at the lion park, "Don't open your window," maybe you should.
Yeah, really.
Listen.
Listen. Yeah. You know, pretty simple, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she knows better than any damn man. I'm sure it was a man that told her, like, men. Yeah.
Yeah, men. Yeah. Yeah.
Silly men. But nevertheless, Amy, very cute. I love it. Actually, can you bring it back up so I can see the lion again, please?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I just gotta. There you go.
I mean, of course, Dorothy is super cute there, but that lion's face is great. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
And the person you're talking about was named Catherine Chappelle.
Thank you.
She was an editor. She was an editor on the hit TV program Game of Thrones.
Editor. I thought she was the girl
Holy
that
crap.
that married the Black Watch guy.
No, I don't think that's her. I think she's an editor.
It looks just like her, dude. But whatever. She was attached to Game of Thrones. I know that for sure. But yeah, what a dumb way to die, dude.
Mm.
That is so sad, though. That's not what you're supposed to do.
No.
People don't realize how the world is. I mean, they just don't.
Well, this
How dare
world
you.
wants you dead. I mean, understand.
Yeah.
But
Well,
some
yeah.
people really balk at the Darwin Awards. I personally think they should show the annual Darwin Awards to every junior high and high school student on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely, they're all freaking dumb.
If nothing else, you learn from it. You learn what happened.
Well, my
Don't
son,
be this person.
don't be this person. But my son, when he started going to university and then beyond, every time I see my son and I send him off. Now, of course, he has his own car, but when he's leaving, I always say the same thing to him: don't be stupid.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
That is the best. That is the only fatherly advice that you need.
What? Where are you on? Don't be a jerk as advice.
Well, he's not that kind of kid. I mean,
Okay.
if I had my daughter, I would say that too, because she is a bit of a jerk. But if I did, that would start World War III. So and then my everybody else in the family look at me like, God, did you have to? Really? Did you have to? So I don't do it.
Yes, I did.
How do you give that advice in love? Yeah, good point.
But no, I don't have to
Yeah.
deal with that with my son at all. But don't be stupid. He needs that advice.
A little too nice advice.
Yeah. But if you guys like what Amy has done, please vote for her in the straw poll. Very nice. I love the lion's face. It's really good.
Aw, thank you.
Let's see here. We have an El Rodimus Flash.
Oh, no.
Lot of
We got a 10 man.
We have a good 10, man.
He's all sad and lonesome because his lady's gone.
Yeah, that's right. To be fair, Eric's Zombie for World of Oz, I love his 10-man design. It's very cool.
Yeah.
With a big mech. A steampunk mech.
Yeah, it's neat. Yeah.
Aw.
input.
And we have Tarzan with his first kill.
I don't
That
know
came
how
out
that's
amazing.
related to Alice. But okay.
Conveniently. Oh, yeah.
We were
'cause-
just doing Tarzan on story time tonight, so.
Oh, fair.
And then I threw you, Chester, like one of your French squirrels.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Mon
French
ami.
squirrels. Well, I wonder if she might have been the culprit that threw the acorn that caused the stupid cop to let off 2 full clips.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh my God, how dumb!
What?
Shut it, bitch.
That was like
Yeah.
fun. We did.
Now, if you haven't seen that, go watch that clip. Some dumbass cop, an acorn literally hits on the roof of their car. He does a double roll, empties 2 clips. He said, "I've been hit," which is
No.
ridiculous. His partner,
Oh,
who was
no.
taking statements, came running out. She emptied a clip too. Didn't get in any trouble though, her for some reason.
Yeah,
And
well,
the poor
'cause-
dude had been arrested for tweeting nasty things. That's what he was arrested for. For
Oh.
tweeting mean tweets. Is in the back of this car ducking, trying not to die.
Oh my
Right?
God.
Yeah, all over an acorn hitting the roof of the frickin' patrol car.
Oh no.
Moron. Absolute moron.
Ugh.
But these are awesome. I do love that. Now, Tarzan is from Edgar Rice Burroughs, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He also did
Right.
John Carter of Mars, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yes. Also
One of the best-
correct.
Excellent series all around.
That was
Johnny Carson of Venus.
well. I grew up.
My
I'm
dad's
sure
a
Jeff
huge
as well.
fan.
We grew up with those old Tarzan, Johnny Weissmuller stuff, right?
Oh yeah, but the books are
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
So different.
they were so great. I love those. I also love Davy Crockett,
Oh,
The
yeah.
Wild Frontier.
Did you have the hat?
No, I didn't. I was a little bit too old for that. Too young for
Aw.
that. Sorry. That was just like this.
You're never too old, but you can still buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't that generation. My
No,
generation,
yeah.
you know.
Right now, I bought my
But
daughter
if you wear it now, it makes you cool.
Nice.
Oh,
for her.
fair. Yeah.
I
But
did.
that was the coolest show, though. I love that. Davy Crockett.
We still work Coonskin
That when,
Hats.
when Davy Crockett was Daniel Boone. That was kind of weird.
I do. It was
The
Davy
same guy
Crockett. What I'm
played both
thinking of, right?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sam
and he
Crockett.
played Daniel Boone as well.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He
cool.
did.
Yeah, King
Yeah.
of the Wild Frontier. Yeah, Davy.
They're like, well, he fits the coonskin cap, so just cast him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if you Rockies, you can buy a Coonskin cap still.
Although,
Yeah.
I did love the take on on that person in the Alamo movie. It was that swing blade guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Johnny
Billy,
Cash.
oh, dang it. Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, he did a good rendition of that guy. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I gotta warn you though, I'm a screamer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was,
it was all right.
yeah,
John Wayne.
it was
I,
all
I
right.
thought
It
the
wasn't
John
bad.
Wayne one was all right.
Yeah, oh well, it's kind of hard to compete with John Wayne, dude. But
Well,
if you like what Elrod has done, please vote for the straw poll. Very cool, very cool. Let's go over here to Melissa, and she's done something very interesting because when I saw this, I didn't think, I didn't think a Wizard of Oz. What I thought was Mr. Rogers.
Aww. Well, you know what? That's probably about the only thing that would be better.
I
Really?
appreciate it. I remember when we spoke last. You said you hoped someone would do something about with the
porcelain.
China-
people. Yeah, the China.
the
dolls,
porcelain
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
so this is Dorothy, being entertained by the porcelain clown at the wall of China Country, I think it's called.
China Country. Yeah. And actually, that gets super dark with the China dolls, though. It's
Well,
super
yeah.
dark part of the story, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is awesome. I love the juggling, and yeah, but it just made me immediately think of Mr. Rogers
Oh.
and his little
Oh
puppet
yeah,
shows.
he's a puppet because he does look like one of Mr. Rogers' puppets. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a nice emotion to evoke. I'm glad to have done it. Oop.
Well, Mr. Rogers is one of the true wonderful humans that we've had
Oh,
on
yeah.
Earth, and we're all very lucky to have lived during his time.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's one of the, because I usually don't care about people's opinion, but if someone says something negative about Mr. Rogers in my presence, it's hard not to rip something off from their body. And you know, he would be very, very cross with me for doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
He would say, well, you know what? Okay, you can let
Yeah,
that
he
go."
was talking about how
Be
you
a
need to
good neighbor, Chester. Be a good neighbor.
Be a good neighbor. But I don't know, it just
Good
irritates me.
neighbors
These
don't rip
idiots.
the ears off of their fellow neighbors.
A truly genuine good
That
human.
wasn't very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
He was-
he was.
Never said anything bad about him.
I mean, yeah, no, because he was a good man. I mean, like everyone loves the Zen master himself, Bob Ross, and he was a good
Right.
man too. But that
Yeah.
dude had his problems, especially when it came to women, right? He had his issues, but even though he was a gentle soul and a great man, but Mr. Rogers is a whole nother level of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jeff,
Yes.
How you doing, Jeff?
Jeff's
fine.
awesome. He's famous.
I heard a Jeff, and that was it. So
Do you like Mr. Rogers?
yeah.
Jeff hates cardigan.
have to
I
say
will
it.
come
That's
through
a-
the internet, sir.
No, I mean,
Cardigan
I mean, he's a
and
nice guy and
Jeff
everything. I just never really liked the show. I watched it
Yeah,
on as
I
a
get
kid.
that, yeah.
That creepy lady that lived in the Lincoln.
The what?
The creepy lady that lived in the was it Jefferson Memorial that spun around.
Why would
Lady
Lady
Elaine.
Lady
Lady
Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lady Elaine.
Nightmare.
And the guy and the king, the
And
king that
yeah, that's
that
what
puppet-
I'm referencing here. Yeah.
that puppet
Looks
like
kind
Kathy
of
Griffin.
beat the crap out of.
It was a bit surreal at times, to be fair.
Sure.
But I just loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And of course, I saw Sesame Street in the mornings, and
Yes.
Electric Company in the afternoons with Mr. Rogers. But Sesame Street, I'm lucky because I got Sesame Street before they brought the abomination on that is Elmo.
Mm.
You see
I thought you were going to say
It's even
Sully.
worse.
Well, you know, did you see how upset Will Wheaton got that that guy who plays a Curmudgeon on TV did a curmudgeonly thing to Elmo? Will Wheaton just lost it. He lost it.
Who's the curmudgeon?
Oh, he plays
Larry David.
Larry David.
Larry David, yeah.
He did a funny thing, and Will Wheaton was like, "I need attention now.
Yes, I
People
know.
forgot me."
It was a bit they did on the Today Show. It was just a bit.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
it was
It
a
was
little
fun.
bit of it was lame as hell. It was so lame. But Will took it very seriously. He was offended.
Oh yeah.
Elma was my dad used to yell at me.
Oh.
Okay, maybe your dad had good reasons to yell at you, boy.
Oh, you sound like a
Shut
dad.
up, Wes.
I'll give you a reason to cry.
Hell yeah.
No reason to cry, Will Wheaton.
Yeah, right.
What?
I mean, the only time I put my hands
No
on
one
my
likes
boy,
you on Star Trek, Will Wheaton.
the only time I put my hands on my boy without, just training sports or something like that, was he was arguing with his mother, and I didn't care whether she was right or wrong. It's quite irrelevant. And he told her to shut up.
Oh dear.
Yes, he was a high school boy. He was up in the air, up against the wall, and very quickly, and he instantly regretted his choices.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Daddy took.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Don't disrespect your mother. I mean, I don't like my mother at all. I didn't like her at all, but I would never disrespect her.
And that's sweet of you to say
Gotta look.
that. That's a big thing.
Elrod. It's true, man. And she wasn't a good person. If you guys like what Melissa's done, please vote for the straw poll. You made a good conversation, Melissa. Good for you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Let it all out.
Let's continue over here to Jason here, Mr. Motion, of course. And we have the cowardly lion, but he's not looking so cowardly.
He's the brave lion. He's courageous.
He is. So this is after the
Oh, yeah.
fact when
He got over his
got
cowardice.
his certificate.
Oh yeah.
Come and chat.
He's got a braided beard and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, and also some to show Jeff. Here's. So Jeff, you watching?
Jeff, you watching?
I'm watching.
He's watching.
All right. There you go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
This is your character?
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, what was it?
All I need to do is get it scanned and I have the QR code and I just need to get it scanned tomorrow and I can give it to you in the morning if that's okay.
Oh,
That's great.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, binders of lions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could try and get some black top and some extra space on the black top and bottom.
Oh,
Sweet.
okay.
Extra
So it
board.
can be put onto
Sorry.
a
Yeah.
black page.
Or actually, yeah, do some additional black space on the top, so I can.
Oh. If you don't know how to do that digitally, you can send it to me and I can fix that up for you, Jason.
Okay. So just more black.
Yeah, because when I shrink the
Okay.
image, I want to make sure that, because when I shrink the image, I want to make sure that it covers both, that there's enough space at the top and actually at the sides as well. So,
No,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
makes
like a
sense.
blue area.
Yeah, that makes sense. Editing purposes.
because it's going to go, it's part of this is going to get cut off, but I want to try and get as much of that as I can in the bookmark because it looks cool.
It does look cool. Yeah,
I'm
no, I
glad
could
you
use
love
that
it.
bookmark. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing it.
I did have a question though regarding the lion though. I remember the
Sure.
Tin Man got a heart necklace. Scarecrow got a diploma. And what did the lion get? Was it a crown?
Medal. He got a
a
medal.
medal.
He got
No.
a medal.
Bravery.
He got a bravery.
Oh, I
medal.
could have put that there. I actually forgot about it. It's been so long since I watched it, so yeah.
He had a
but-
crown too, right?
I seem to recall a crown and a
He did have a crown.
an English robe, a king's robe.
what now?
Oh, there was another.
Yeah, during that number where he would talk about if he were king of the forest.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's great, dude.
That is so beautiful.
That is awesome. Yeah, that guy killed it. I mean, honestly, as far as performances go, he's probably he takes the cake, I'd say.
Bird bear.
Yeah.
Bird bears.
He owned that, man. Very cool. So definitely, if you like what Jason's done, vote for him the straw poll. Let's go over here to Rabbit. Now, Rabbit has done the Wicked Witch, I'm assuming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
From Wicked.
She's
It's
pulling
a
off
ward.
some. She's pulling off some
Yeah.
hex magic there. I like it.
It's beautiful.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
pretty.
Not bad.
I
Not
love
bad.
her hat.
Cool.
Although she is a bit more attractive.
Don't know about
than
the
a
hat
witch should
though,
be.
but other than that,
Well, you know.
I guess it's pretty accurate for a witch. So yeah, good.
Oh, they're
Pretty
evil,
cool.
right? They're supposed to be evil, right?
Yeah, they are. So very
Yeah,
good.
why do
Very
they-
cool.
Cool.
That's kind of mean they didn't cast Blossom in that new movie.
Huh?
That new movie with the Wicked,
Oh yeah.
they should have cast Blossom
Why?
as the Wicked
was-
Witch. Because she looks just like her.
Oh, that's fair. That is fair.
Even her own kids thought she was Margaret Hamilton.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
that's
fun.
fair.
Last opportunity, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did see a thing with Big Bang Theory, and the girl that does the mother's voice and also played the nerd's wife. Well, they're all nerds, but you know what I mean. Wallowitz. Do you know what she's doing now?
What?
You would never guess.
Television?
S&M
Insurance
videos.
commercials?
S&M
No.
videos.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty creepy. I was like, that's not your shtick, girl. That's
At least
not
she
your
wasn't
thing.
been booked, I guess better.
I have no idea what's in her brain. But then again, who knows? You got that Smallville girl, which was helping some weird, creepy cult dude collect girls. Went to jail for it. I mean, these people are weird, man.
Her and half of the cast of the new Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
Holy
really?
crap.
Them too? Yeah, I'm not
Like
sure.
I was like, whatever happened to the girl that liked Apollo with the green eyes, and then like the girl that was married to the chief? I was like, they were really good. Do you think they'd see them? And I looked them up, and I was like, ooh. And the first thing that came up was a Nexium video where they were
Really? Oh my God.
protesting outside the court, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the British Columbian sex cult.
hmm
It was all those Canadian actresses that got hooked up in it.
That is so
Wow.
weird, dude. So weird. And then at the same time, they'll scream about feminism. It's bizarre. But if you like what Rabbit has done, please vote for him in the straw poll.
Oh, there's
Very nice. Let's see, Alan. Okay, Alan, go ahead, man.
There you go.
We're excited. We're waiting for some beautiful music.
We are.
I got nothing to say.
Sorry to disappoint you.
That's okay.
And
Well, the
looks great though.
I was trying to look for something that I was looking for a Gorillas cover so you didn't get struck, but it didn't happen
Oh.
in time.
Oh, I see. Well, you know,
That's so
you put him in the proper uniform, and I always thought that was interesting in the movie. The uniform, the bellhop uniform they put on the monkeys.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird.
It is weird. They
It's
actually,
actually,
It scared me as a kid.
and they
I remember
toned that
kids
scene
being
down.
scared of them. I was like probably because I grew up with Planet of the Apes, so I was like, they look cool.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Yeah.
And they have wings.
They
There
did.
you go.
They're blue monkeys.
Yeah, actually, the special
Um,
effects in that movie was great. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was actually going to share. I also wanted to share one of my a book that you might see in the future from me because everyone had an Oz book, so I thought I should put mine on the back burner and just wait. But I did have a
Neat.
Ape Squad book that I want to do.
Oh
can
wow.
see
Ape
them.
Wing Squadron 6.
Very cool.
Fly.
Wonderful.
So it's going to be like
Yeah. So
From
you've
the
been
bad
doing
guys'
that.
point
yeah, I had a kind of like a bad guy's point of view. It was going to be like a retelling of the Wizard of Oz, but with like from the monkey's point of view when during, and it was going to be like a World War II epic kind of thing.
Right.
Awesome.
That makes
You know what you should do is you should incorporate zombies in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombies. I like your scarecrow design. That's cool. Look at his Tin Man.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wicked
cool. Actually.
Warlock of the South. Oh, nice, dude. I like it.
Hey,
You know,
Impressive.
Man,
people
look
forget
cool,
that the Wicked Witch had more than just flying monkey type of apes. Her guards
Oh, yeah.
were also simian in features, right?
Those
Yeah.
blue guys
Yeah.
with the coats.
yeah,
Yeah.
the blue. What were they called though? What were they called?
The Winkies.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
So the Wicked Witch had a monkey fetish. Confirmed.
Well, they weren't monkeys. They were just like blue people.
Yeah, but they kind of
Right.
had a monkeyness to them, though.
Did they have
Yeah.
tails?
I don't know, dude, but I just really got a monkey vibe as a kid, though.
I don't
Did
think
they have like a
did
gorilla helmet
because-
or a gorilla?
yeah,
Yeah, they had a big fuzzy hat.
yeah.
Alan,
I
your
thought-
monkey looks like Reverend Horton Heat.
I remember when the when the Cowardly Lion, Tin Man and Strawman were trying to go rescue Dorothy, and they took they stole their uniforms and disguised themselves.
Right.
The Cowardly Lion's a tail stuck out. It was really
Oh,
kind of
that's
funny.
what it is, yeah.
about. Tail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, no, the tail. I remember. Let me see here. Wicked Witch guards. Yeah. That's not correct. Here they are. No, that's them in incognito. Yeah, no, you're right. They were just like green skinned. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it was the lion scene.
of the lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the lion that threw me off. Here's another good look. Yeah, no, they're
So
just
then-
they look like witches, like her.
So that's like the land where she came from, I guess. Everybody had green skin.
Maybe that's
Huh.
exactly the
From
answer.
Russia?
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, they do look very Russian. Fuzzy
they
hats
do.
and all.
They do. Yeah, Russians are always the bad guys. Oh,
Country. Are you an
Oh, they have
anti-winkite?
big noses. Oh, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to be. I'm an American, right? But anyway, if you like what Alan's done, please vote for him in the straw poll. All right, let me go over and grab. I got an Eric in here, Wild Eric. Did you do something, Eric?
No, I just got home a little while ago. I just popped in and made my boats.
I see. But I have to say how depressing it was that the actual Wizard of Oz expert was not here.
I know.
Well, the problem is someone died and I had to go to Tennessee.
Oh
That's
well,
oh my gosh, Eric.
fair enough. Fair enough.
So we just got back tonight. So
Dude, are you okay?
yeah, I'm good.
You
So,
okay? Already?
Very
Okay, well,
interesting. Very interesting burial. We kind of dig our own graves and fill them in while we're there. So
Dude, I know that. Okay, yeah. Did you? Did you
we're
the thing with
we're
libation?
from the hills.
Yes, all right.
I can see that.
Well, I'm glad you were there, Eric. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Dirty Rosa.
Yeah.
Well, my family has an underground mausoleum, so we don't bury anything.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vampires. Yep.
That was terrifying as a little kid to have to go into that underground thing, though.
Dude,
Yeah.
awesome.
Zombies, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie.
Except for the Bugsy.
Yeah. But anyway, we also have Rosa here, and she did
Oh.
Toto, who is about to get hit by lightning and die. Sweet.
No, he's busy watching the Witch of the West get stabbed. He's-
Well, we've already confirmed that the Wicked Witch eats dogs, so she was basically trying to cook him.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Oh, look
Like
at that
your dog.
dog.
Now, a thing that always confused
$1.50.
me about this, and I'm curious what you guys think. During the scene where the tornado is going, the house is lifting. Dorothy sees the witch outside, a very iconic scene, of course. And and then, of course, the house lands, and the house landed on the Wicked Witch of the East.
Right.
But the funny thing in my head, because when I was a kid watching it, was Well, the whole scene we have been watching the Wicked Witch of the West taunt Dorothy. And then
Yeah.
she lands, and the Wicked Witch of the East is the one underneath dead. So, did they look identical?
Yeah, that's her
Maybe.
sister.
That was
Yeah,
the
but did they
bear?
look exactly the same, like twins?
But no, the
Oh my
Wicked
God,
Witch
did
of the
she
East
have
has the stripy socks.
The one who was in the tornado.
If she was in
Yeah,
the
the
tornado,
twins.
did she have red slippers on or no?
I don't
Ooh.
recall, but you know what I mean, right?
Ooh.
Had the
Oh,
slippers,
look.
She
then
was
that was
sexy
the
up in the tornado.
Somebody needs to go find out now.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, because the whole time we're looking at her, and then we have a dead witch under a house, so I thought it was her,
right.
right?
You look like the nanny from Muppet Babies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Oh yeah.
But I do like your Toto. He's got a little bow tie. Aw,
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
That's actually homage to the original illustrator.
Oh, fair,
'Cause
fair.
big yellow bow. So
Well, I mean, Dorothy did girl up the Cowardly Lion, so you know.
yeah, he did, and he looked fantastic.
He did. With his little pink bow. But nevertheless, thank you very much, Rosa. If you guys like what she's done, please vote for her in the straw poll. All right, whilst you guys are doing that, let me go ahead and take a look at some of the draw along stuff. I think the sexy French squirrel deserves another look, though. There you go.
So it should go up on.
Yay.
Look like one of your French squirrels.
Yeah, French squirrel. You know, it's interesting how Wright did this, because yesterday I watched a documentary on brothels of the Wild West.
Did they have squirrels?
No, but it gives off this
French
vibe.
squirrel.
Lots of nuts.
Did you know that the one of the more famous brothels in the West was in Deadwood? That was a real place, by the way. And
Yeah, Deadwood. Yeah.
that brothel actually didn't close until the 1980s.
Yeah.
Now
Oh,
it's a
really?
museum.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh.
If you've been a building that around that long, is it the same structure?
Yeah,
Like
same
the same
building.
floor?
Yeah.
And it's a very old
Did
building.
it still smell like a fishery?
Before
Maybe.
you go in the museum.
But no, it was actually very interesting. It was a serious documentary, and it was looking at famous brothels and the different madams and misters, I guess, who ran them, and it was pretty interesting. I liked it. I didn't know much about that part of the West.
Ooh. Well, I got a story about that. So, okay, really quick. Okay, so yeah, so my actually there was a wood stove on sale. I love wood stoves and things like that, and I went to go look for one, and it was being offered, and this was down out in West Texas, and it's a Cameo. It's got the big porcelain front on it. It was from the 1890s,
Right.
and there was a story that went with it. The woman who had originally owned it was the brothel owner of the San Angelo, Texas brothel. She had a daughter. She'd attained some fame, of course, but she'd also attained power. And as the madam, they actually had a tunnel that went to the local courthouse where you could go from the judge's chambers, evidently, or something similar to that, all the way over to the brothel.
Mm.
And so they had this unique setup. And her daughter was evidently the daughter of a very powerful man. And she bought this wood stove for her daughter, sent her to Europe to learn, to go to school and everything. And she married very well. And this was her daughter's wood stove. And I've got it out in my outbuilding right now, waiting for me to still build my house. So congratulations to me. I have a hooker stove, and I'm very proud of it.
Very nice. That's cool. That's memorabilia right there.
Oh, no, it's awesome. I
But the
love it.
interesting thing, they went into a bunch of brothels
Well,
that
it
are
must
now
be an older piece
museums,
stone.
right?
That's probably cool.
In the documentary, and on the wall they had the rules for the brothel from back in the 19th century, right? And it was very interesting. Every single one of them had one rule, you know, that was exactly the same in each one, even though they were very far away. And that was, do not knock about the whores. I thought that
Yeah,
was a
don't
good rule.
make damage to merchandise.
Yeah, yeah. But I love the use of knockabout. I guess that was a 19th century expression, knockabout.
No rough and tumble.
No rough and tumbles, yeah. Anyway, here is Adrian's, Mr. Miracle, of course, his daughter again. And recently we've been getting many things from his 12-year-old daughter, and this is cool. This is nice little Dorothy on the Real Brick Road. Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Good job.
This must be before she on her way to find the scarecrow.
It must be. She's by herself. Yeah.
Looking
Is
for
that-
her dog.
That horrible, evil witch sent her out alone into the cold, dangerous world.
Yeah, that is something, isn't it?
Well, she's got magic shoes
Yeah,
to
it
protect
is.
her.
She got magic shoes on, which did absolutely nothing.
They could have gotten her home from the very beginning.
Well, Glinda
were
could have
cool
solved the
looking.
entire problem.
Yeah? What would she do?
Her and her bubble magic.
Bubble magic.
Just
Yeah,
poof
just-
her back to. You could poof her back to that Kansas. Tell her at the beginning of the movie that all you do is click your heels and say there's no place at home, and you'll go home. I wonder if she and the wizard were in cahoots.
Oh, I wonder if she would have
Probably.
had to believe that. Oh, that's a possibility.
It's possible. Yeah. Tarzan, very good.
Nice.
Weissmiller, dude, he had a great Tarzan roar, dude. It was really good. I always thought it would be better if her first companion was a munchkin, though.
That would have been something. Someone from the Lollipop Guild?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe some
They were
tough.
carrying weapons, right?
I
It's-
think they had spears or something like that. Yeah. Somebody had a weapon.
Get
Yeah.
into Ape Wing 2027.
I mean, she just saved their lives, and now she's going on a quest and her life's in danger. They
Well,
probably
that's the
feel
book
honored
that's
bound
for
to
you.
protect her.
Yeah.
I
they
do.
had guards.
I do believe in the book though that Munchkin Land was very desolate.
It had been decimated, yeah, by the
Yeah,
by the Wicked Witch.
right? And in the
They've
movie,
been
it was
enslaved.
much more colorful. Anyway,
Yeah.
let me go over here to Twitter. Take a look at Doug's stuff. Yay! Donald J. Trump. I don't know if that's the real one, but he says, "What do you notice about this?" I don't know. A very excited
Well,
lady
what's the
hopping
guy
up and down
dating
with a
Taylor
football
Swift?
player. What was that, Jason?
I think that's the guy who's dating Taylor Swift.
Okay, so maybe it's his sister or something.
No.
Donald J. Trump is dating
I
Taylor
think
Swift.
there's no. The football player.
Yeah, but this is like brother sister sibling type of action going on here, though. Like friends. Or something.
I don't
This is
know.
nothing weird.
I heard something about him actually liking that type of women, and for some reason he
What type
decides
of
to date
women is
Taylor
that?
Swift.
Sleuths.
Women with curves.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, nice. I don't know what that is, but it's weird.
That's probably like his second grade teacher. When you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, really?
That's a duck or that's a waterfowl.
Ooh.
Oh,
On the
yeah. It's
water.
on its side. Clever. Clever. It is on its side. Yeah, that's neat. Clever, clever. Nice and creepy. Let's see. Tucker. He's in
you
Moscow. He had fun. I thought that was hilarious how many idiots were calling him for him to be banned or arrested or something. It's like, you do realize how many Democrats over the decades have actually interviewed Putin?
Yeah.
They used to go, remember, USSR, the whole 9 yards. I mean,
Oh, we're watching, what do you call this? Go? I think this is Go.
It looks more like checkers.
Maybe
I mean,
it's
the
Checkers.
stones look like.
Could be checkers.
It's, yeah. It's
I don't
not
know why
freedom of
this-
choice.
It's not checkers.
what is it?
It's kind of fellow.
I don't know why this
One
brown
big
guy
cat.
keeps giving the most amazing plays, though. I think it's a no.
Could be.
I think it's checkers.
It's Mahjong.
No, he's moving incorrectly for checkers.
Okay.
Flipping his knee.
Oh, wow,
He's a
really?
rebel.
Oh, look at this move, dude. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, clever. Clever boy. You thought you won, huh? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wow. That's the move
I don't
in
know
that
what game
game.
that was, but awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we got the new Fantastic Four. We got Pedro Pascal for some reason is Reed Richards. Don't know why. But,
What is
Cheap.
it? It looks
Pedro
like a video game cover. Is
Yeah.
it?
No, this is a
That's
new movie
strange.
Disney's
Oh.
supposedly coming out with, but at least the
Yeah.
rest of them, they kind of look normal. I don't know about Pedro. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's all going to rest on how Ben Grimm looks when he's the Rock Man.
Okay.
Ew. Okay. Sushi. Oh yeah, this girl. Yeah, Pink Panther. Get him, Pink Panther. He's just a panther. Don't expect much. Yeah. Oh, the dude. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Don't play with that thing. No, he did. He prevented him though. He kept him back.
I guess it's true.
Yeah, but that is a dangerous little escapade he's involved with there. Those things are brutal. Let's see here.
Killed the most humans.
Yeah, they're dangerous, dude. Yeah. Aw, that's just mean. That's mean. What are you doing? What are you doing? Aw.
Bro. That's cruel.
It is cruel, but that's the thing. Pranking, and people die these days from pranks. Good job. Anyway, I should do my job. Let me do my job. I didn't see anything super fun today. No little cats, just giant hippos. All right. Now, Doug has done many things here. So we have, of course, the Cowardly Lion. Perfect. Very nice. We have the Tin Man smoking a cigarette, as you do. Very nice. We got Scarecrow and his gun. Buttons galore. Very nice. Very, very nice.
So cool.
Yeah, and then what we got? Doug always picks the best songs, man.
Cool guy. I like him.
Yeah, that's great. But thank you very much, Doug. Cool stuff. All right, let me go over here and let me do my voting bit that I'm supposed to be doing here. Where is that? That's over here. Yeah.
The silhouette
Right
on that thing, man. The expression on the lion are just incredible.
They are now. Yeah, Doug is gifted. That's for damn sure.
Oh, he is. There's no doubt.
All right, let me come over here and do this. All right, so what do I got? Who won the drawn and quartered Ultimate Edition of Wizard of Oz competition? Let's see here. I am going to have to pick preferences, but my choices are Amy, Glenda, the even gooder witch, Lester. Melissa, Proto Dorothy Lester. I don't know what he's trying to say about you. I think he's calling you a caveman or cave woman. I wouldn't take that from Jeff. I wouldn't take it.
Only you could put a bad spit on that.
Well, that's my job. One doomed serial killer scarecrow rabbit. Yeah, that would be a book. Someone should write that. The Rampage of the Scarecrow. That would be great.
Just killed all the cereal.
Well, he just had to deal with the Munchkins. He just couldn't take them anymore. I get it. All their little cute songs and stuff. All right. Alan, subscribe to the Wicked Witches OnlyFans. Alonzo, wow. Wow.
Oh.
You got me and my little dog.
He did. Yeah.
My little dog.
Goodness gracious. Elrodimus, Munchkin Slayer Flash. Well, here you go. You can we can have Elrodimus voice the Scarecrow. See.
There you go.
Oh, Dorothy.
We have Mr. Toto's personal groomer motion. Hey, there's money in that business, you know.
Oh my goodness, pet groomers? Yeah.
Yeah, lots of money.
Also,
Rosa Texas Twister de Oro. I get it.
There
It's
you
not
go.
a Kansas
That's a
Twister,
good
it's
one.
a Texas Twister.
It's twist.
It also ties in with Von Erich's because the Texas Twister was a Von Erich, wasn't he?
That's right. There can only be one.
And you're a storm watcher too.
That's
Yes,
fair.
I am.
That is fair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you for remembering.
So what order should I put this in? Well, I think I'm going to leave Amy right where she is. I think I'm going to leave Melissa. Rabbits is good. Alan's. I think I'll do this. Yeah, I think I'll do this. this what I want?
Really, really want.
Maybe that's
Oh,
what I
it
want.
is.
There we go.
What a
That's what I'm
really
going with.
cool-
I'm going with that. So let me vote and see if I matter. I probably did.
You matter.
Always matter.
No, I didn't matter.
What?
Well, I must have moved you up a position though, Amy. You were probably below. Oh no, now you're at top. Oh, there you go. By 1 point. Oh,
boy,
it's so
it's
tight. It's so tight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I do love that lion that you did. That was super cool.
Oh, thank you. It was a lot of fun.
He's purty. He's a purty lion.
Just remember from the book and going like, wow, that'd be so cool. So I'm like, it's funny when you read things and then you're kind of like, and then you go back later and you're like, hey, wait a minute, I can draw this now. And you're like, oh my gosh, it worked.
I know.
It's like your inner 9-year-old is amazed.
I do like this one better, Jeff, because everyone gets points.
Yeah,
Everybody gets a point of some kind.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Because like
that's good.
everybody does cool stuff.
That's true.
Everybody gets points.
I want to give it a second here. But nevertheless, thank you guys all for coming out. Did I say who my favorite character was? From
No,
Wizard of Oz? Tin Man's definitely my answer.
Tin
Yeah.
Man. Okay, why Tin Man? He's
Because
awesome.
you know, I do recall the book as a kid. I read it as a kid, so it's not like it's super clear. But I did read a few of those books, and for my opinion, Tin Man was the most needed
Steadfast?
character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I really love his story. And I love the various takes people have had on him over the years and designs and stuff like that as well.
You know,
yeah.
nobody never did get nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have.
Oh, dude,
That's
True.
that was a reference, and I got it.
Although he was slightly violent.
He should have a gun.
Well, those damn trees shouldn't have started throwing apples. That's their
That's
fault.
right.
Okay, you know
Yeah.
that is
Just
true.
whack.
Trees go first.
Well, I love how he was frozen in action of killing trees.
Somebody had to do it.
Was
Oh,
was it? It wasn't his crying that made him rest.
maybe it was, yeah.
It was
He
the
was in
rain.
mid-swing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in. It was the rain. The Wicked Witch made a spell against him. In the rain.
Oh,
There's a really good short film that has just his story
man.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that by itself is a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that sci-fi one focused on the Tin Man. I actually like that quite a bit. But anyway, let me go ahead and call it here. So, thank you everybody coming in for our Wizard of Oz one. Anyone want to tell me what we're doing next week? Eric?
Do we have to
I don't know. Let's see.
talk about Tarzan? Is it really the only one?
What came out? What came out recently?
Popeye.
What was new? I don't know.
We could do the Spider-Verse.
Oh god,
Popeye.
I won't be here for that.
Everybody loves Popeye. And Eric lives there.
We could do classic James Bond.
Maybe that new Wonka movie?
Oh, like Charlie and the
Wonka?
Chocolate Factory, or Wonka.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, or maybe any of his books. Those are kind of interesting
Oh, like
pieces. Like
a doll.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Roald Dahl. That's not a bad idea. He's a
That is a
very
great
bitter
idea.
man.
I'd sooner choose and subject this like that because that's wider.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Isn't his James and the Giant Peach? That's his, right?
Yeah, that's it.
He did loads of stuff. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, lots of
I
stories.
love the Giant Peach. That's got a lot of great characters in it too.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Oh, yeah.
okay, Eric, Roald Dahl next week.
Yay.
Decisions made.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much, Jason, Rosa, Elrodimus, Melissa, Rabbit, and Alan. Thank you all very much. But we do have a winner today, and it was cancerously cute as usual. Congratulations, Amy. Claps for everybody.
Yay!
And thank you, my voters. I always have your votes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Super cute. All right, let me come back over here the other side and let everyone talk about what they're doing or just simply their final words, and we will be out of here. So we will start with the winner, and I'll show the art again. Amy. Very nice.
Aw. Hey. Well, thanks for coming and seeing us, everyone. Love having you here. Love getting to catch up with all my artist friends here and see everybody in chat and just having this time together. It's just awesome. So thanks for always coming here and sharing that with us. And yeah, shoot, I'm looking forward to next week because he's got so many great books. This is gonna got some time to think about it. So this is gonna be fun.
No,
and
Roald Dahl's a great choice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. So okay, I can start thumbnailing now, right?
Yeah, you should. You should.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Thundaro says Amy wins. All is right.
Yeah. Thundero is your biggest fan. Shout out to him right now. He's in the chat. Shout out to him.
Thorough. How you doing? Thanks for always coming to see us. For the support. You guys are all awesome. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I can't wait till next week. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Our games when it's finally ready.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
Really?
Oh, and I'm
Well,
playing
tell us
again.
about that, Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it just is like. I guess we've been kind of slow. We're a little slow this week, game development wise, because
Oh my gosh, everything fell apart. We had to have the plumber over and an electrician over, and our washer and dryer broke. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
got word that our air conditioning was up next.
So it's just been like,
week.
okay. Yeah, it's been one of those kinds of weeks.
Right.
But she's still keeping it moving forward. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm starting on. I'm starting on doing a. I was kind of getting slow on the dialogue test because I've been trying to use the same project and just tweak it for all the new additions to the files. It was just slowing things down. So I'm just starting fresh and doing a better job with like my modularity and just.
oh yeah, so that's is that
I'm
including
gonna-
the animators or is that specifically the dialogue?
It's
handlers?
all of it put together. The
Oh,
dialogue,
okay.
the animators, everything in one big final test.
Oh, all right, and get all that put together. So I've
Right.
already got the dialogue project put together, and that's got all the functionalities in there. So she's been working on that.
Yeah. So that we'll be able to get that and join it to the other half of the game, and then
And
from there it's like things will be moving really fast. Then it's just
yeah.
gotta get this test written and done, and hope that our house will let me do that.
I'm gonna keep fighting that off. You just keep on the good fight with the programming. I'll handle everything else.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's we're moving on, and I just hope all y'all's projects are coming along good.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to
absolutely.
seeing all your books and comics and just music, and it's just also so wonderful.
Mhm.
I love you, creative people,
you.
and thank you
I
for
don't
hanging
have a
out.
project.
Oh no, you're not working on any books or anything?
Not right now.
Oh,
No.
you could try some creative writing sometime. I bet you do really well at it.
Yeah, maybe. I've only written academic stuff, so I don't know.
Oh no, I do like all the stuff you've been doing in D&D. That's been a lot of fun. I like the little gnomes that we've been rescuing and all that. That's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, well I've been doing that since 1979. So,
There you go.
that's old hat. But all right, thank you very much, girls. Let's see here. Elrod, say something nice.
He always does.
Something nice.
There you go.
Hey.
That was so nice.
I mean,
Oh, when are we having story time next? Is it
Yeah.
Sunday.
nice? Yep.
Sunday,
And
Sunday.
that's gonna be
So Elrod, since you're doing Tarzan, who played the best Jane?
Every day.
Ooh.
Best Jane.
Yeah, the Jane. That's
And
that
you-
Baldwin.
You can't
The
pick the
Baldwin guy was the best.
sickly, skinny,
I'll say Vera
gray-skinned
Miles.
Margot Robbie. What?
I'll say Vera Miles,
Oh.
Hitchcock alumni and wife of actual Tarzan.
Well, there you go. That's a good
Oh,
choice. Yeah. I never that the one they did somewhat recently that had a Margot Robbie in it. God, she looked so sick in that movie.
She looked fine. Every time she talked, you're like, oh, that horrible, like, whatever accent she was trying to do was just awful.
It was awful. Yeah, but
Was
I
she
thought
trying
she
to
looked
sound
really sickly.
American? Or
I don't know. It was broken. I think British. I think she was supposed to be a British girl. But there you go. Good answers. Go see their story time. Edwin does the story, right? Still doing that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, we're doing that in Discord right now. It gets I think he's working on getting a live stream set up over, is it on Rumble now? He's working on getting it over. So right now, yeah, we're just doing the live readings in our Discord chat. So you can check us out there.
he doesn't want to bend over for YouTube. And
Yeah. Having a bit of a problem with that. Hi, Alpha.
Yeah, well, YouTube is YouTube. It is what it is. Rabbit.
Yeah.
Mm.
You like?
I'm not. No. I'm not doing anything. I'm drawing. I'm working on stuff, and music is coming out.
That's
you know.
Exciting.
Well, when's your next surfing trip?
I haven't booked it yet, but it's going to be in July.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Is
No,
that
yeah, you
the
want to
best
do
time for
that.
you over there?
I like to just avoid August because of the holiday people everywhere.
Oh, fair.
Mm.
So it's crowded everywhere. So if I go, July and then ignore August, then go back after August, back in September.
Good plan.
Wow.
It's a lot better. But I haven't booked it yet, but I will be doing soon.
Dude, I haven't been surfing since like the 90s, man. Although I have been bodyboarding since.
Really?
Bodyboard.
It's a halfway. It's a halfway step.
I'm just laughing at you. That's so cruel.
Is that
I started in bodyboarding, but now I just see them as speed bumps. That they're just if they're getting in the way.
Well, you stay away from the surfers. Fair enough.
Yeah, I know, but some people are stupid. You look at them going, you know what happens if this hits you or rides over you with a fin, right? It's like, seriously.
Yeah, no,
Morons.
it's true. It's very troublesome. I never got to try a speedboard though. I always had the longboard.
I don't like longboards. I've tried them. I don't like
Yeah, it's just the generation I grew up in, dude.
So is that something you've been able to do in Japan? I mean,
No,
there should be
I
plenty.
haven't done it since the 90s. Yeah, when I was in America. In Hawaii.
There is surfing in Japan, though.
Yeah. Is there surfing in Japan?
There is.
I don't know.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
but I just didn't. I did some in Hawaii, of course, Waikiki Beach, and I stayed very clear away from the North Shore, though.
Just, you got to avoid the big shit.
Well, dude, that's like 30, 40 foot waves.
Oh my gosh.
I was to say feet, yeah. Don't say meters. That'd be killing people.
10 meter swells, dude. It's really, really rough.
Yeah.
Waikiki is more, controlled.
So good for casual.
Yeah, good for casual, which is what I am.
Good for not killing yourself. That's fantastic.
Well, actually, the whole surfing thing was my neighbor was into surfing, and I was a little kid, so fascinated by the giant boards in his back patio. That's how I got into it. Yeah.
They can be really pretty. A lot of them, like some of the skateboards and stuff that they wait. I know a lot of skateboards have cool painting stuff on.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if that's as good a thing with surfboards.
Yeah. Well, literally, you could where I lived, you could take the surfboard, put it under your arm, walk to the water.
Wow.
There you go.
I mean, you didn't need a car or nothing. You just go. Anyway, thank you very much, Rabbit. Alan.
I just got more of the same. Atroz City, the first issue is still on Amazon. Check that out if you want. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at the Howl Comics. And remember that my sentimental friend, that the heart is not judged by how much you love, but how much you are loved by others.
It's true. That is true. That is true. Yes. I know. I feel the glow. I get a lot of love. I know. My wife was miffed recently with me.
Oh?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my fault at all. But we don't do much for holidays anymore. Kids are out of the house and stuff. But many ladies got me Valentine's candy.
Aw.
Yeah, they did. Including we were up in the train station, and I met her for the first time. I met her jazzercise teacher. She was with her daughter. And then when my wife went to Jazzercise, she said, "This is for your husband." And she came in and she's like, "Huh, Mister," and she threw the box at me. And she said, So, but I get a lot of candy every year, which is weird because I don't really eat candy. But you know.
So it gets shared around, or?
Oh, she does. Yeah, this village, everything moves around in this village.
Wow.
If they were to find whatchamacallits, would that change? If they knew?
I would probably kill me, but yeah.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
But it would be just once a year.
Yeah, that's true. But whatever. I always smile and appreciate it. Actually, some of the ladies this year, I got one right next to me, gave me a bottle of shochu. And this is actually a very expensive bottle of shochu, and it's which is a Japanese alcohol, by the way. And it's funny because I don't drink, but I just smile and take it, and it goes on the shelf while all the other alcohol I don't drink.
But it'll still be good like 100 years from now. That's the
Fair
cool
enough.
part.
That's true. Yeah. But my wife was funny this year. She was a lot of a lot of that.
Oh no. That's not.
It's not my fault. Anyway, thank you very much, Alan. All righty, let's see here. Jason.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Yeah, y'all can just head on down to my Instagram at creation.jason. A lot of cool art there, and I had a lot of fun with drawing for Jeff. Basically, if y'all want me to do something for any of y'all for like your books or something like that,
I think
hook me
that's
up or
awesome.
something.
I would love it. Oh
Yeah,
my
we
gosh.
have. I mean,
So cool.
because I work for a business called Gann Enterprises.
Yeah.
And we're working on our website right now, but we got PayPal and stuff like that ready. So yeah.
So
Sweet.
exciting.
And yeah, and so yeah, had a lot of fun, Jeff.
That is so cool.
Oh,
I'm
and I have rules. I have rules though. No, nothing sexual, nothing satanic, and that's pretty much it.
That's fine. Those are good rules.
I am so proud of you. Oh
John
my gosh.
Dillard doesn't follow those rules, though.
Yeah.
Although I saw
But
John
yeah.
drawing Groot the other day. My goodness. John is such a talented artist, man. But cool. Awesome. If you guys want something done by Jason, Mr. Motion, go ahead and hit him up, dude. Rosa.
Chester.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that. I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and all of my friends, and they're so beautiful.
Why do you keep pointing at Jeff?
Isn't that the whole time? I pointed at you too.
Oh, fine. Okay,
and I pointed at Amy and Melissa and at everybody out there, that Alan, all of them, and
Not Elrod, though.
and
He's certainly not Elrod.
No, I did it because he drew one of the like French squirrels.
He
And I actually said that to my thing because I love it. I thought it was so good. That's awesome. No, Elrod, I sent your this Valentine's. It's just us, and you had just right on there. I gave that to my husband for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's cute.
So that was awesome. Yeah. So so I love all of y'all, and because of you, I have some very sepulchral and cavernous words that I can use now.
yeah.
Maybe I'll get finished with my chapter tonight because I can finally use more than one word.
There you
So
go.
great. Thank you, Jeff. You saved my life.
Thesaurus is a proper investment.
Thank you. Now I would not use the thesaurus all the time, but I don't know why sepulchral didn't show up.
You don't need. You just go online. Just type in the word.
I did.
Say synonym and.
I will say this:
is
you want your
sacrilege,
paper. No, you want your paper thesaurus. They don't change the meaning in the paper thesaurus, and
That's right.
I've had problems with that online where they're changing the definitions right in front of us, and you're like, I don't have any proof. I know it was different last week.
Well, I have
So,
a
yeah,
thesaurus
so-
here that is thick as an old white paper.
Oh, really? I've got mine that's actually from 1956. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it is super old. It's like
Those are
been
good.
out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, they're great. So thank you all. You saved my life. Maybe I'll get done with book 8 tonight. We'll see. Thank you.
yeah. Nice. There you go.
Thank you.
Congrats. All right, Jeff, take us out of here with something that's truly deep and meaningful in our life. Namaste me, man.
Wait, is he there?
Namaste.
I was expecting
I'm
to
not
go
a
back
namaste kind of guy.
No.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, buy his book.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Later, everybody.
Later.
Love you.
Bye.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
God bless y'all.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.